everybody who be 186. Back again with another video, the Overrated Podcast, episode 61. I am your co-host, Hubi 186, and with me today is Traditionalist 101.
Yes, we got to hold on to tradition, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, today's Monday. We are doing another podcast for you all. And man, looks like there is slightly good news for today's Monday. It looks like this hurricane is not going to devastate us, at least this part of Florida,
Yeah,
hopefully.
we'll get affected, but mainly Tampa, the West Coast part of Florida, they're the one that have to be worried about that. So hopefully everyone there is preparing and getting ready because this one's going to be a big one. This is Cat 4, I think. Last time I checked, what is believed to be strengthening too.
Well, which is not my surprise. I mean, if it's going to hit the Gulf, and the news forecast said, I mean, it is approaching hot water, which is that area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to get stronger and stronger. And if that's the case, man, these people are, I hope they're prepared. Like you said, hope they got their batteries, hope they got their canned food.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough, man. Category 4 is no joke.
yeah, yeah. Trust me, we've been through hurricanes, so it's like we know what it's like. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not good. Not
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But
But other than that, your weekend, how was it?
it was pretty straight. Like I worked Friday. I was off Saturday. I didn't do anything. I just watched the Hurricanes lose, so that was fun. But thankfully, my Dolphins are now 3-0. Shot first time in I want to say 4 years we beat the Buffalo Bills. I'm ecstatic, and we have a short week. We have a game on Thursday against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's gonna be a tough game, but
A tough game? That's going to be a tough game? Hey, get
yeah,
out of here, man. Get out of here.
yeah, of
You know,
course.
you're gonna have that game easy.
No, but I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far because
Uh,
Joe Burrow is really good. Jamar Chase is really good. And I think they won. Oh, who they beat? Who they beat? By the way,
um, who you talking about?
I'm talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. Who did they beat?
They beat who was it that they beat? They beat I can't remember.
You can't remember, or you don't want to remember.
I honestly cannot remember who they beat.
Are you serious?
I can't remember. Oh wait. Yeah. Never mind. I do remember. You just trying to crack jokes, and the only reason why you're cracking jokes is because of what's going on over at my team.
I mean, I figured that you were. Did you even watch the game?
No, I couldn't watch the game
How couldn't you watch the game?
because the games that were on was the Miami game and obviously the Bills, and the other channel was was New England and Baltimore.
And you couldn't. And you tell me you can't find a way to watch your stupid Jets play.
No, I couldn't watch it. But at the least the Green Bay Packers won. They beat Tom Brady.
Who the hell cares about
I was definitely happy with that because I believe this is only the second time Aaron Rodgers actually beat Tom Brady.
that?
So it's about time that he actually enhanced his resume. Because
Beating
that dude,
Tom Brady answers your resume.
that dude. Well, I mean, yeah, because that's unfortunately that's what the media always talks about. They always talk about the rivals between when it was with Brady and Peyton Manning, and they did this. They did the same
Well,
thing
yeah,
with.
because they played each other every year. That makes sense.
I mean, but when you're talking about one of the best or the talented, most quarterback, they're going to do the same thing. That's why you think they mentioned it in the first place.
To create a story.
I mean, but I
Create
mean, it
narrative.
worked. That's what people talks about, though.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
nah,
But
nah.
yeah, you I already know what you was trying to do, with New York. And look, um, I was already once I knew that they weren't going to get Lawrence Taylor. I already knew that. You know what?
You
I'm
mean what? You mean Lawrence Taylor.
Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I knew they weren't going to have him, I'm like, wow, you guys can even. You guys were trying to lose and you couldn't even get that right. So, I'm just pretty much over with this organization. But at least the Packers is someone I could still look forward to.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, we're 3-0. So that's good.
So
Yeah.
you guys think you're going to lose against Cincinnati?
I didn't say that. But like we're hurt, we're injured, and I know Cincinnati's struggling, and I definitely think we could beat them. But if we lose to Cincinnati, as long as no one gets seriously hurt, it's not the end of the world.
And this mumbo jumbo you was talking about on Twitter, talking about, oh, they should have called a timeout when the Bills team was constantly getting hurt, getting dehydrated because of the heat. And I'm saying to myself, dude, relax. Your guys' team, was hurt too, and they didn't call timeout either. So it was fine both
I
ways.
mean, there were like 10 guys on there were 10 guys on the ground, like gasping for air and shit. And I'm like, all right, well, if they want a wire break, that's fine. Just call a timeout on them. That's it. If you're gonna come on, it's not a big deal. We won anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't care. Anyways, let's get started on the podcast, right? All right. So I made a couple videos. Check them out on my
Yeah,
channel.
yes, McKinley, my Jets. Yeah, listen. Just because you guys are 3-0 doesn't necessarily mean anything. You guys are 3-0, which is fine. That's fine. But at the end of the day, we still have a whole season ahead of you. So, so you watch yourself.
No, not that you guys are gonna be any good. So what does it matter? We're
Watch
talking.
yourself.
Talking. Oh, we have a whole season ahead of us. You actually care. Clearly, you don't care. You already checked out. So what does it matter? And you're not
Yeah,
gonna be good anyway.
yeah, yeah. Whatever. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Anyways, all right. So I made a couple videos regarding two people. Now, the first person we're going to talk about, because I know you wanted to talk about this. I guess you have a theory about this about this person.
But I want you to
Yeah, yeah,
as you're talking about it, then I'll mention it.
yeah. So this first person right here, I get the shit out of the way. Dan Allen, right? The channel's called Dan Allen Gaming, right? I'll read the article, right? I'll read the article if this thing will scroll down. Okay. All right. So YouTuber Dan Allen was recently revealed as the real insider who leaked multiple major game reveals and broke at least one major NDA in the process. All right. So what an NDA is, for those of you who don't know, is a non-disclosure agreement. You sign those when you are like when a company gives you information that's not that they want to show you kind of like early previews of a project like games and stuff like that. You sign an NDA to where you can't completely disclose everything to the public. Or if you're only supposed to reveal certain things to the public, right? Like it's common. It's very much it's a common practice.
Yeah.
So all right. So streamer Dan Allen, who was revealed yesterday as the person behind the Real Insider Twitter account that leaked among other things, Ubisoft's big Assassin's Creed presentation, has apologized for his actions, and in a new video posted to YouTube saying that he did it all for clout and the buzz. Now let me give you an example. Let me give you what he pretty much what he did. Right, he had two YouTube channels. He had two Twitter accounts. He had his regular account, and then he had a second account that he used. He used the alternate account where he pretty much used that account to pretty much speak about the stuff that he knew behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of using his regular account, he used his secondary account.
Right.
So let me see. Okay, I'm ashamed of it. It
But
was
he, but he, but he only had two accounts so that he wouldn't reveal his true identity.
pretty much, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right. So him continuing. I'm ashamed of it. It was pathetic and just dishonest. Allen said in the video. A lot of you are reaching out and saying, "Why the fuck did you do it?" To be honest, it's clout. It's the buzz. No, yeah, okay. Before I continue, right? This is the thing that I had a problem with in my video. This is what I discussed. Right? You already get invited to these events from these game developers. You've had multiple people on your show, podcast, whatever. You already had the clout. He already had the status that he was looking for, but he wanted more, right? Like you like to say this, Steve, about greed and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
just kept he just wanted more and more and more, more and more and more. It's crazy. Okay, so honestly, it's clout, it's the buzz, it's being addicted to the thrill of thousands waiting on what you're going to say. When he wasn't posting leaks, Allen was running the Dan Allen Gaming channel on YouTube, which features a wide variety of gaming content, including guides, walkthroughs, and interviews, and currently boasts nearly 200,000 subscribers. Imagine you have over 200,000 subscribers and you still need to do underhanded shit for clout. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once again, it's all greed, and he constantly love being. I don't want to use the word famous, but that's the only thing I could think of currently. Like, he loves the attention, he loves it, and then yet that wasn't enough, and he needed more. He needed more to where he decided to deceive people. But go ahead.
Yeah. His regular streaming job may not have offered the monetary rush he felt while revealing major secrets ahead of everyone else in the world, but on the other hand, he's also far less likely to be sued as a result of it. That's interesting. Speaking of which, Allen claimed in his apology that many of his leaks, such as the one involving Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid, did not violate NDAs because they were mostly made up.
Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing what I wanted to talk about,
All right.
and I am gonna have to put my pride aside, my ego aside. Unlike you, because whenever I want to admit, when I'm wrong and stuff like that, I'll try to do that as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike you, and from now on, I am pretty much going to. I'm not gonna necessarily say. I'm going to actually listen to more of your feedback when you constantly claim things like, "Oh, this is not really news. This is just rumors, this and that, this and that." Because I remember I had told you about this a few months ago
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the remake of Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill. And I think you said, well, you wanted, 100% sure confirmation.
Yeah, I want the publisher and the developer to announce it, not some random leaker.
Yes, not somebody who just leak stuff. Even though if it may seem legit, you wanted the actual publisher, or at the very least maybe a game developer to give the confirmation, about this stuff.
Yeah, or proof, or just proof, like what happened with the GTA leaks, right? We saw what the game looked like, and there was a journalist, and ironically enough, Jason Schreier, who had a run-in with this dude, like he's the one that confirmed that the leaks were real. So yeah, as long as you have someone who's in the know that knows what he's talking about and can confirm that what's going on is real, then I don't have a problem talking about it. But if it's just a random leaker, then yeah, I don't want to talk about something that may or may not be true. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, keep admitting
So
that I'm right. Go ahead.
so 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 when I was reading an article that was similar to what you're reading now,
Mm-hmm.
and I sent it to my brother, and my brother was like, "Oh, he kind of knew what was going on because he said the exact same thing what you just said just now. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't hear any confirmation from Hideo from Konami,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, he didn't want to take it too seriously until he had confirmation. Similar to what you just said to me.
Yeah.
And so from now on, because I got bamboozled again, I got swindled once again. From now on, you know what? You're right. We should listen to more of the actual developer, the actual publisher, to give the proper confirmation that we need for us to determine that this stuff is true, and then we could talk about it in the podcast. So we'll do that from now on. No, no more rumors. No more leaks. None of that stuff. I am pissed off. I'm pissed off because this whole entire time I'm sitting here waiting for a new Metal Gear game to come out. You know how much I love horror games. I love
Yeah.
horror games. I buy horror comics. I like horror movies and and thrillers also. They're somewhat similar, but just by a little bit. And I'm here thinking to myself, oh my gosh, finally, Silent Hill's coming back. Metal Gear is coming back. And to find out, this douchebag decided to lie about it and make the whole thing up. Those games are not being made right now, currently. They're not being made, they're not being developed. There's no script, there's no voice actors, there's nothing. Nothing. Nothing is being made. And I can't believe I got bamboozled. And look, you know how much I love Metal Gear. I love Silent Hill. And because those are the one I love those franchises. And of course, I'm gonna get all hyped up and just run with it. And next time, I just need to be careful before I listen, to some douche just because he wanted to get some clout. So now I'm and dude, I guarantee a lot of people are pissed off with him, for lying like this. Because I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee a lot of people was anticipating for a new Metal Gear, and all the people that's been complaining over and over and over the years that when are we going to get a Silent Hill game? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm satisfied with Resident Evil. I'm happy with this new Colossal Protocol that's coming out. I'm happy with those. But if there's a chance that Silent Hill could come out as well, I'll be ecstatic. But neither of those two games are coming out, and it pisses me off. Pisses me off. So yeah, you're right, having no I'll gladly give you your cupcakes and your cotton candy. All right, you're right. We should have confirmation if you're going to talk about it in the podcast. You're right. Now you could take it, you could record it, whatever. But you are right.
No, yeah. Listen, we're live, so this is forever. This is forever. So yeah. Look. That because here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna gloat too much about it, but the reason why I say these things is because I know how a lot of people are wired, right? Because I deal with it every day in real life situation. I dealt with it all throughout my school years with people who say, "Oh, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that," and I'm like, if you don't show me proof, then how am I supposed to believe you? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
People just brag just to brag. And it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I was familiar with this Dan Allen dude before this whole thing unfolded. I really had no idea until the day I made the video is when I looked up, what he did. And you know what was the beginning of his downfall?
What's that?
He pulled a Kevin Durant. He accidentally he accidentally tweeted from one of his accounts thinking that it was the other account. Now again, I still don't know which one was which, but he accidentally tweeted as if he was coming from his other account. So
Right.
he got his accounts mixed up.
Yes.
And that's how he got caught. He tried to be like, "Oh, well, someone trying to lie about me and all this other stuff."
Yeah.
And then ultimately, like the evidence was insurmountable. That's when he decided to apologize, and the apology is on his video. Like it's like 5 minutes. I actually listened to it.
I actually listened to it.
Hmm?
You still have it?
No, it's on YouTube.
No.
It's on YouTube. So if you want to listen to him, apologize is there. Just look for his video. He said he's gonna take a break from social media, which
Yeah.
I
Yeah. 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 I advise you to do the exact same thing. Yes. Yes.
so to me, the reason why I wanted to talk about it was one, obviously, the damage is done, and two, more importantly, like he really effed up. He really effed himself over. Like no other company is gonna trust him, even if he's even if what he's saying is true and he wants to be a new person, a changed person, and stuff like that. No developer can, and frankly, no developer should trust him with information, with delicate information. You can't,
Yeah.
because and it's the reasoning to me why I would say no, I'm good. Like we can't trust you anymore because anybody who do things for clout are people who I don't trust, who I don't respect. If you're doing things just for attention, there's no real meaning behind what you're doing.
No.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
and you already had that stuff anyway. You have the attention. You're doing interviews. You have, like you said, you have over 200,000 subs. Like you had it. You did everything that, like, I mean, look, every content creator, especially if you're doing video games, a lot of our goals is to do that, to interview someone in the industry, to have interviews, to have that amount of subs. That's the goal. You may have like higher stuff, like maybe you want to be at the level of PewDiePie or Doctor Disrespect, but if you're at that level, you should be good. But
Yeah.
instead, you decide to break the trust of people who trusted you. You hurt the company in general by exposing, like by exposing trailers and names and stuff like that. And it's like you did all that. You screwed over all those people just so you can get some, just to get a cheap thrill. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the thing I don't understand. I mean, I think you have more than enough with all the subscribers that you have, and you want to revert to lying. Like, what's the point? What was the whole point of you telling everybody that been waiting for a new Metal Gear game, a new Silent Hill game? What was the point of you even telling us those lies for? Why? All the other news that, at least with all the other stuff that you were telling us, whether if there were leaks that you weren't supposed to tell to the public, at least those leaks were true.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I think he tried to do, right? And I didn't read this from nowhere. This is just me. This is me theorizing, because he's from the UK, right? He's from
Hmm.
the UK. Now he obviously leaked the stuff with Ubisoft, and Ubisoft. I think they have. I know their main office is in Montreal. I think their main office is in Montreal. Actually, let me look
Hmm.
this up. Let me not speak out of turn. Let me look this shit up.
Hmm.
Right. But he had an in that area because he's from the UK. So if they wanted to show him, if they wanted to bring content creators over there to show him stuff, it would be easy for him to get to those places.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
And the same thing for Konami and for Konami, like the stuff that he said about yeah, the place that he said about Konami. If Konami actually was trying to do this and that, all you have to do is take a trip to Japan, and you're good. And he can go ahead. They can show him what they have, and then then he'll use his alternate account to talk about everything that happened, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. You pissed off a whole bunch of publishers, developers, whatnot, and now you have fans who follow you that no longer trust you.
okay,
Go ahead.
I was right. Sorry to interrupt you, but Ubisoft, their main office is in France.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in France. So like they have studios all over the world, but their main area is France. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. You pretty much um deceived the whole entire fan base. So now you have the publishers not trusting you, and now you have your followers that no longer trust you. Now maybe some of them will probably still subscribe to you, and they'll probably still support you and whatnot. But I think you lost. So I'm going to predict that he already lost a lot of subscribers for this.
I haven't checked, but yeah, I haven't checked.
I mean, like, this is just so wrong, man. Because I don't know if you remember how hyped I was about Silent Hill and Metal Gear. I was so hyped about those two games coming out.
And it probably wouldn't surprise me that you got the information from him through from his second account.
Oh man, I'm just frustrated, dude. Real frustrated about it. Real frustrated.
I mean, it doesn't mean that those games may or may not come out. Like they could still be a Silent Hill remake or a Metal Gear Solid remake. It's just the problem is that you have to be careful with the source, and the source that you have to pretty much trust the most are those who are that can be trusted, like Jason Schreier. I know a lot of people don't like him, but you can trust him as a source, and pretty much the developers and creators who make the game.
Yeah,
If they tell you we're making a game, then I trust them more than anybody else. So
yeah. So there was something else in the article that was on there that looked like you was going to read that I was interested in seeing.
let me see. Yeah, you had to point it out to me because I didn't really see it.
Let me see.
You let me know when you want me to scroll down.
Yeah, let me look. The one where it says the parties. I think that says the parties
All right,
acknowledge.
I'll read it. The parties acknowledge that any breach of confidentiality by a party is its affiliates or representatives of the obligations hereunder could cause an irreparable harm for which no award of money damages may be an adequate remedy. Accordingly, without prejudice or any other rights and remedies that a party might have, each party may be entitled to seek the remedies of injunction, specific performance, and other inadequate relief for any threatened or actual breach of the provisions of this agreement.
Now, when they say parties, they're not talking about us, the fans, right?
No, no, no. They're talking about anybody who is part of that, who signed the NDA, basically.
Okay, 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 okay. Hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Go scroll up. Let me see.
Up.
Oh, okay, down. I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Let me see.
Wait,
I think-
let me read this part. This is
yeah.
important. Seeking remedies of injunction, specifically specific performance and other inequitable relief, essentially means that Ubisoft has the right to sue your ass off if you break the terms of the contract.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow!
So
Wow!
yeah. So let me continue. Like that doesn't
Mhm.
mean it will, or in the case of say a tech glitch or something else beyond the control of the people involved, I like to think that their lawyers would chalk it up to bad luck and let it slide, but things might go differently in a case where someone signed the paper and then immediately and purposefully spewed everything that was promised to keep a secret all over the internet. So I I don't know if Ubisoft is going to sue him, but they are definitely in their right to sue him.
Well, they signed the contract.
Yeah.
They signed the contract. Now, so by you signing the contract, you decided to break it. I won't be surprised if Ubisoft decided to just decide to press charges against you. Now, is Ubisoft the only company that they made leaks, or there were more companies?
It's hard to say. 'Cause I'm not familiar with his internet past, but I would be stunned if this was the only time that he did this. I would
Okay.
be stunned because
Jeez.
yeah. So
Jeez. If he had done this to other companies, I really want to know who else did you lie to besides Ubisoft?
yeah.
I thought this article would tell us it was. I thought this article would tell us, but frankly, I don't think it does.
Let me see. Let me see if I can look for it. Let's see.
Yeah, man. I'm
I'm not seeing it here.
okay. All right. That's fine. I'll look it up. Later on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. At this point in time, I'm just really disappointed, and for me, and you have to think of it like this also. When you decided that you want to lie to your fans, or lie to people that's been waiting for a game that hasn't been made, for at least a decade or so. I don't I still don't understand what was the incentive of doing that. Why in the world, if you are going to make up two accounts, make up one fake account, like you mentioned how Kevin Durant did,
Mm-hmm.
at the very least, the least you could do is just tell the truth about the leaks. Why go to lengths of lying about making a Metal Gear remake, lying about a Silent Hill remake? If those games are not being made, what led you to think that, what, I'm just going to make this up, trick everybody, swindle everyone, that they're going to make a new Metal Gear game? Aren't you just better off of just sticking with the leaks? At least you're telling the truth, like I said before. At least you're being honest with the leaks. But now, not only did you betray the publishers, the developers, but you betrayed your followers. Why in the world are you going to tell everyone that a Metal Gear game is being made and it's not true? I don't get it. These people, man, like I'm tired of these people, bro. I'm tired of it, and I guarantee a lot of people that's been waiting for these two franchises to come out. I'm pretty sure they're highly irate with this guy. I'm sure of it.
Well, Joe in the chat, shout out to you, Joe. He said, "I don't know why he would lose people. They went to him for news and they got it. Not the
Oh,
not the
come on, Joe.
the Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid stuff. He admitted that he made it up. He admitted that he made it up. The Ubisoft stuff that he got right because he was there. He was there. So what happened was he used his regular account to kind of, pretty much say, "Oh, I went to the event, saw some stuff, whatever," and then he used the troll account to pretty much put everything out there. So, and then continuing on with his statement, the devs and corporation won't trust him, but I don't know why fans will get mad. So, and
Wait,
most
hold
of
on, hold on. Wait.
he said he's saying that he doesn't understand why his fans would be upset with him.
What do you mean you wouldn't understand? Oh, okay, Jabanis. For someone like you are a fan of Metal Gear. Now I don't know if you like Silent Hill. I don't know if you were ever a fan of Silent Hill. I don't ever remember you talk about Silent Hill or Resident Evil. But I know how a big fan of Metal Gear you are. You mean to tell me that if someone told you that a Metal Gear game was going to be made and it turned out to be a lie, you wouldn't be pissed off about that? If you say no, I call BS. I call BS on that.
And Malta says hi. What's going on, Malta?
What's going on, Mota?
All right. Why? All right. While you wait for Joe to respond, let's talk about the second person in my video, Frosk. Right. Now I know you have some stuff that you want to share too, right? So let me know when you're ready for that. But this is something that came out, when I made my video about Frost being let go a week after layoffs, right? So they laid off a couple people, right? They laid off like 20 to 30 people from the channel, right? And she made a tweet, which I'm sure you have this tweet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can find it, but I thought that you saved it. So
I think I retweeted. Let me see if I still have it. I remember I remember giving a retweet. Let me see. Hopefully it's not deleted.
I mean, but when I looked at it, it wasn't deleted, which was stunning to me because I'm like, homegirl, why would you leave this shit up? And she, I don't even think she even responded to it. She just left it up.
Oh, you know what? I don't have it. I retweeted the same article that you're reading right now.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, as you're looking for it, remember you, me, and Seafring, we talked about this in the podcast that he was in. We all mentioned that this was eventually going to happen. This like I mean, there was no stopping it. You All of us came to an agreement. All of us came to a consensus that, listen, we have options now. We
Oh,
have people who go
you
ahead.
see this? You see it?
No, okay, I see. Oh, yes, that's the one.
Yeah. This was after everything was confirmed about the layoff. This is what she tweeted. Let's play some games, yo. I survived. Right? Now, like I said in the video, I think I think this was referring to her haters.
No, no, no. I don't think so.
But the thing is that this you can interpret this as one. It's a dumb tweet to post, regardless. Dumb tweet to post, right? Because not only does it give everyone the ammunition to where and they can definitely be right that you sit there and you're being insensitive to the people who got fired, the people who weren't making the type of money that you were making, right? They got fired, and it's like, oh, you only care about you surviving, and you putting that out there. To me, it was just a dumb tweet, and I do believe that this is the reason why she got fired. Now they're probably gonna let her go anyway, because I mean, if you know the news, like Kevin Pereira is already gone.
I was just about to say that I disagree with you. I was just about to mention Kevin Pereira because I think they made his goodbye, like they did like a
Yeah.
goodbye type of thing or whatever,
Mhm.
and he gave his his little speech and whatnot. And remember, the same thing happened in Attack of the Show when he decided to leave, Attack of the Show back in the day,
Yeah.
and they did the exact same thing here. So when they decided to let him go, I thought this was going to happen to Frost by default. Like regardless if she had gave that tweet or not,
Yeah.
she was going to get let go anyway.
I do agree with you there, but I do think that tweet did not help her cause.
It probably
I do think that.
sped up her her late her being laid off.
Yeah, that's
It
what. Yeah,
probably
that's
sped up. It's probably sped up the process, but it was bound to happen to her
yeah.
anyway.
It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen regardless. But all right. So let me read this from Joe. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if he's a leaker and he was right most of the time, it wouldn't bother you much. I don't follow the dude, so I don't know what his win ratio was.
All right, you know what? All right, you know what? So let me ask you, Hoovy. So you if he said it wouldn't bother you much, if a game was coming out and it turned out that it turned out not to be true. Like let's say one of your favorite franchises. I don't know. I think your favorite franchise is what God of War or
Gran
Uncharted or
Turismo,
yeah, I know. Right, I know. Yeah, Gran
Tekken,
Turismo.
Street Fighter, you know.
Yeah. If any of those games were leaked, but yet it turned out to be lies, I'm pretty sure you'd be pissed off about it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not the people who I maintain this from jump. The only people who I care to listen to when it comes to something coming out is from the developers themselves. So I'm not going to fall for the one random leaker on Twitter. Like I'm not like that.
But
I'm
if he's been right in the past and because that's why I asked you,
not.
is Ubisoft the only company that he did this to? If he did this to other companies and he's been right and they affirmed it, then obviously the chances of us getting tricked and us getting upset about it, I mean I think that's far legit.
Even still, I'm still waiting on the company to do it. Because I can't use my excitement based off of something that's not been confirmed. In order for me to be excited, I need something to be confirmed. You know what I'm saying? I need it to be confirmed.
Okay, so pretty much when it comes to rumors, leaks, you dismiss it completely.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, pretty much. Or I'll make a comment on it, and that'll be it. But until said company announces it, then then I'll get excited. If not, then I'm
Are
good.
you are you are you talking about McKinley's tweet or are you talking about Joe's tweet? I mean, chat.
No, I was going by what you just asked me. You asked me.
Oh,
We're referring to Joe's thing. Like,
oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, and then McKinley said that E3 returns in June. Well, yeah. That news did break. Like I said, I want to wait till we get more information on it to talk about it.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
at least you're being consistent.
Yeah, yeah. I do. Like, yeah, when we get more information, because like I said, I don't know if it's gonna ever be the same as it used to be. And if Sony, like for me, if Sony's not there, then I'm not gonna care. And
Well,
I for you,
same or not. I think that you, me, Joe, Malta, whoever else, I think we all should plan a trip and go to E3 next year. That's what I think we should do.
I mean, if I was
We already missed opportunities before. We and if it decides to come now, we have to try to we have to all make a trip and go to E3 this time.
I mean,
Yoshi, Big
as long
J, or whoever else wants to go,
as
all of
long
us should go.
as long as we're going to California, I'll go.
I mean,
I'll
it's
go
in
to E3.
California. What do you mean? It's in
All right, that's
California.
fine. Yeah, but I don't look. Maybe back in years past, I would absolutely be with you. But these E3s have been garbage. Some of these E3s have been garbage.
But at
So
least, but at least they'll have all these games for us to play.
I mean, yeah, and yeah, kind of.
And weren't you the one that was also upset of E3 being canceled in the first place?
I don't think I was upset. Like, no, I wasn't upset. I thought it was an inevitability that was going to get canceled, but I mean, they're making a return. But what I heard, the rumor that I heard about what E3 was going to be eventually was about promoting like streamers and influencers and stuff like that. I'm not interested in that. I am not interested in that. Like
Hmm.
meeting Twitch streamers and YouTubers. Fuck no. Not even close to being interested in that.
Oh man, meeting Twitch streamers. I mean, you know something. I don't know if I will go that far with you as long as the people who are twitching or streaming are like true relevant people. Like you don't think it, for just an example, maybe this is a stretch, but
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't be excited if you was going to meet somebody like Justin Wong or Diego.
Or Daigo.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, sure, but they're not gonna have any. I don't think they're gonna have any fighting tournament. Like a fighting tournament, yeah, that's fine because we're going there to see the fighting tournament. But if E3 is gonna be a place where there's nothing but Twitch, like I said, Twitch streamers and influencers and stuff like that, I am not interested in going. Not interested.
Well, I'm actually surprised because I thought for once you would I thought at and in all of our lives that you would probably want to experience E3 at least once. You and Joe. Like he said E3 was irrelevant for 12 years. I don't know how he got 12 years.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that because streaming didn't take over until recently. Like streaming really started to become more dominant only in recent past. But for the past 12 years, we didn't get that much streaming at all in the past decade. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
But yeah. So
So you agree with him that it's been irrelevant for the past
no,
12 years?
no, no.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Because I mean, the last great Sony show was in 2000. I want to say 2018. Like when they showed off. I think they showed off the year where they showed off. Like when they showed off like God of War and Spider Man and all the other stuff that year.
Hmm.
That year was. I wish I was there for that event. I wish I was there for that.
Hmm.
But like what they're doing now, like Sony's not going to be there. Like and Joe said it right here. Like if Sony's not going to be there and Nintendo not going to be there, like I'm good. And listen, I don't hate Microsoft, but I don't want to go to a Microsoft E3 press conference.
Are you kidding me?
I don't.
Are you this? I expected this from you saying about Nintendo. Like I would expect this, from irrelevant, companies.
Mhm.
Like let's say let's say if they were talking about Steam or Stadia, things like that. Then I would be on your
Oh yeah,
side. But
no, that's because I don't care about their products. Like I wouldn't go to a Nintendo conference because I don't care about Nintendo. But I do care about Microsoft, but I don't want to be part of that crowd.
you're going to blame the whole entire community.
No, I'm sure a lot of them are nice people, but I don't want to be in that crowd.
because you don't want to partake in that community. You think they're awful people. You think they're bad people. That's why.
No, I don't think they're bad people. I think they're kind of brainwashed, but not bad.
Brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you wouldn't want to go.
Yeah.
How crazy that would have been. You, me, Joe, Soul, Big James, whoever else decide to go to E3. Oh, I'm not going to the Microsoft one. I'll go to the Sony one, but I'm not going to the Microsoft one with you guys. Like come on,
No,
have
no,
enough.
if you guys go, I'll go, obviously. But like, I don't want to be. I don't want to do. Like, my dream of going to E3 does not include going to a Microsoft E3 conference. It doesn't.
It just goes to Sony. That's all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Because they're that's a show that I'm likely, well, hopefully, likely was the one that I'll be the most excited for.
Despite the fact that you have an Xbox console, that makes
Yeah,
no sense.
yeah. I mean, I can watch the show. I mean, I never said I wouldn't watch their show. I'll watch it on TV or something. But I don't want to go to California just to go to a Microsoft show. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Nah.
Like,
Well, but anyway, I do think we should definitely plan. I do think all of us should go next year. There absolutely should be no excuses because everybody could take out $20 from their check from now on until then. Me, you, Joe, McKinley, James, Soul. I'm calling all you guys out. I think all of us should go. Malta, I think you should go too. I think every single one of us should go. Nintendo Gamer, I think you should go too. I think everybody should go, especially now. It's because it's been canceled for like the past 2-3 years, and now it's finally back. We gotta take advantage of that. We have to experience this at least once, and I think it would be an awesome trip going with our boys, going to the E3, play our games, hang out with a large crowd of other gamers, and I think it would be a great idea. Now Jobannis, he says he's going to MegaCon again next year, and maybe Dragon Con. Um,
I have no
I'm
idea.
not I'm not going to every single one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Well,
Here, hold on. The one where I would actually go to is the which one is the biggest one? Is it SuperCon? I think SuperCon is the biggest one. I can't remember. But anyway, I can't go to every single one. But I would definitely go to at least two. But Jabaris, if you're willing to go to to multiple cons, hey man, yeah, come to E3, bro. What was your question going to be?
what's MegaCon and what's Dragon Con?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing as all the other ones. But I think,
What is it
I
about?
think, I think that one goes. I think Dragon Con
Mm-hmm.
is in Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. I think is Atlanta, Georgia. Dragon Con is.
Is it pretty much the same as SuperCon, the Florida SuperCon that comes down here? Is it pretty much the same
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
okay. And MegaCon, where that at?
MegaCon is in. I can't remember. It's so many cons that I can't remember exactly which state, which one per state is. I can't remember. It's too much.
All right. Kenley said he's already researched hotels. Um, Joe said that he's not waiting in an hour queue for a fighting game to get wrecked. All right.
What's that supposed to mean? Like there's other games out there that you could play, and they'll have multiple games out there for you to play. Not just fighting games. I'm pretty sure there'll be games over there that you would like to play. I mean,
Okay.
look, it's just a suggestion. Like if you're not interested, that's fine. But it's just a suggestion. That's all.
Okay. All right. So MegaCon is in Orlando. Okay. You know what? I've been to that. I've been to MegaCon before with Joe. Yeah.
Hmm.
We've been there before. And Dragon Con is in Atlanta. Okay. Do you
Yeah,
have anything else to say about Frosk or?
yeah, and then obviously SuperCon. I know they have cons like up in New York also.
Yeah, there's
But but
New
but
York
but
SuperCon. Yeah.
but again, it's too many. It's a lot of money. But the thing is, I can't. I can't go to every single con. You know, freaking
This is
Super Con, Mega Con, Dragon Con,
yeah,
Mega Con.
yeah, it's fine.
It's too much. It's too much. I
I,
can't go to every single one. The most I will go to is probably two.
I,
I'll probably go to because
I,
I have to experience other things such as E3, and if Randy, if he would ever hurry up, he talked about how he wants to go to Japan all the time, but I don't know if we're still required to take the shot. I would love to go to Tokyo Game Show. I would absolutely love to go to Tokyo Game Show if we were able to go over there and have the experiences of going to all these different events. But obviously, everything costs money. But yo, I mean, if it's not until next year, yeah, we could definitely do it. Go to the cons, go to E3, and etc. etc. So yeah.
do you have anything else to say about Frost before we move on?
Serves her right. This serves her right. I'm glad that she is out. And look, I know what you're going to say. Oh, that's kind of being mean spirited. But
No,
listen,
I don't care. I don't care what you think about her.
she was talking trash about all the people that didn't really want her. She and anyway, her content wasn't really that good. All that show wasn't really that good anyway. Her show wasn't good. G4 wasn't good. The only way I would have actually watched if they brought the original cast back, and if they did not, then I wouldn't be interested in watching. I wouldn't be interested in watching. I actually prefer to watch, people like you and other YouTubers, and like we all mentioned in the last podcast, we have options.
Mhm.
People could watch speed runs, people could watch walkthroughs, people could watch reviews. So we have all these options, and nobody's gonna stick around and watch you guys anymore. You guys don't have enough charisma, and frankly, a lot of people are not a fan of Adam Sessler anymore, and neither are you, and neither are you.
No, that's actually I would say that's the main reason why I didn't even bother watching because
Oh,
I don't care about the man's opinions anymore.
well, why don't you like Adam Sessler?
I've already been
Real quick.
pretty much he blocked me on Twitter because I dare question the credibility of Anita Sarkeesian. He blocked me. So it was like,
Wait, oh, yeah, I remember. You said that he blocked you.
yeah.
Well, okay. Well, what did you ask him?
No, I just pretty much said like, oh, he made a comment about people shouldn't do this, and I don't remember if I said I agree because obviously no one should send death threats to anybody. That goes without saying. But she has a tendency of lying, so I just questioned if she was lying, and he blocked me.
And because he blocked you, you got offended, and that's why you not a fan of him anymore.
No, it also is other stuff too. Like the fact that he won't call her out on her lies is one thing, and plus
Mhm.
his Twitter account is kind of weird also. So it's like, yeah, man. Like, like, I'm over. I ain't got no time for Adam Sessler.
Well, I mean, I always thought he was a funny guy, but I don't think he really knows too much about gaming. I'm talking about like in depth.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
no. He definitely knows what he's talking about.
No. I think. See, we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about like within a particular game itself. Like there was one time I forgot which tournament it was,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a commentator in the Street Fighter 4 tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and people was killing that dude because he had no idea what he was talking about in the Street Fighter 4 tournament. He didn't know what was going on. He could clearly see that there were two opponents fighting each other in the game, but he had no idea what to say. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know any of the terminology, in the fighting game. Like he was awful. He was awful. That's what I mean. Like he may know what he's talking about, what's going on in the industry, but I'm talking about like in the game itself.
I, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't remember him ever commentating.
Trust me.
Like,
He was commentating, and he did not sound good.
all right.
He did not
Yeah,
sound good.
no, I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Are
All
you
right.
gonna do that
So
now?
no, not right now. I'll do it later.
Oh, yeah, later. But yeah, at the end of the day, this was inevitable for G4. If you guys are not going to bring out the original cast, I'm not interested in watching you. And I'm sure enough not going to watch you since you want to talk trash. Who's this? Since you're going to talk trash and you're gonna say, well, if you're not going to support it, don't watch it. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't watch, and because we didn't watch, G4 gave you the boot. So serves you right, Frost. Serves
That
you
that,
right. I don't.
that network is done.
Yeah,
That
that
that network is done.
yeah, that network is finished. It's never. I don't think it should ever try to come back ever, unless you guys are going to have your own YouTube channels and maybe grow from there. But hold on. Wait, didn't Adam Sessler try to do that before?
Yeah, with Rev, I think it was called Rev 3.
What happened with that channel?
It died just like everything else. Cause at the end of the day, like I no one cares about me personally. I don't think anyone cares about his opinion anymore.
Oh, okay. You think that's what happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like people don't like him. People don't care about his opinion. Like at least that's what I think. I'm no expert, but I mean, I was excited watching it at first because she Adam Sessler's back, and then I remember he made one review about God of War, right?
Hmm.
And he was harping over a trophy that popped up called "Hoes Before Bros," right? And he was offended by it, and I
Oh gosh.
understand. I can understand being offended by it, but at the end, it had nothing to do with the game. It's just all it is just a trophy. It doesn't affect the game one way or the other. So you're in the middle of him, and look, this is not the first time he's killed innocent people, right? Like it's not the first time he killed innocent people, and he's not the first time he killed women. So it's like now a trophy is what you're offended by. Like come on, and then obviously the Nita stuff, and it's like I'm over Adam Sessler.
Are you a fan of Frost?
I don't know her to be a fan or not a fan. I've never seen her content.
Hmm. I
So it's
think you're.
like
I think you're afraid to say it.
if I
You
if I
could,
was
you could say it. You don't like her either. Just say it.
I've never seen the only two things I've seen from her is the stuff she said about PlayStation, which she was 100% wrong on, and the stuff she said about sexism in gaming. That's the only two times I've heard her speak. I haven't seen her reviews. I don't know if she does reviews. I've never seen anything about her.
Okay. Well, I don't like her. I think I think she was bad for G4, and a lot of people who were pissed off decided not to watch. You got what you wished for, and now you got the boot. This is something that I know you should not be happy about. People should not celebrate of someone getting fired or whatnot. But look, you talk trash to us. You was talking trash about that you survived. You, instead of being humble about it and saying, what, we lost a lot of people, whatever. Instead of doing that, you decided to hit your chest and act all macho, like you some big time. And look, you got fired. What, in a few days? Serves you right. And I don't really care about G4 anymore. If you guys are going to come back, bring all the original cast back, and I know that's not going to happen. So other than that, unless that actually happens, I don't ever want to hear anything about G4 again, unless you bring back the original cast.
Right. Nolan asked Olivia. No, he's talking about Frost. Okay. ESPN.
Now you see Nola. I mean Nolan. Olivia, she was fine. She was fine. She looked good. She knew what she was talking about. People wanted to see Olivia. People wanted to see Morgan Webb. People wanted to see Layla Kaylee. That's what people cared about. People don't care about Frost. Nobody cares about her. So I mean, if you're not going to give what people want, why should they continue to watch?
Right. ESPN top. Well, I don't want to do top 100, but do you have the list?
I have I have the list for, let me see, one through, yeah, I have the list from 1 through 5.
Okay, you hold that. I'm gonna do the one from 25 to 11
Okay.
because this is where my first issue is with this fucking list.
Yeah, I have big problems, with the top 5 list, and I'm pretty and I saw the top 20 list,
Mm-hmm.
a few days ago, and I wasn't happy with that list either. Like some of it just didn't make any sense at all. So, well, I can't wait to get into that. Can't wait to get into that because you know what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever these people, they need to put their names on these articles.
Well, it's a list of people. It's not just one person. Is this me? Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's me.
But you okay?
Yeah, that like the group of people that makes this list. I want to know who you are. I need to know who they are, and I need to know how the process is. Like I need to know how is it everything is constructed of how many players of how the list goes. You know what I mean? Like I want to know if if one individual says Steph Curry is one and the other one says no, he's five. Like, I need to know, like, is it a vote? Like I just want to know how that stuff is constructed.
Well, you got your answer right here. ESPN's NBA rank panel composes of composes of over 200 reporters, editors, producers, and analysts. Were asked to rank players based on their predicted contribution, quality and quantity for the 2023 season only.
200 reporters, editors, and producers and analysts.
There's a
Most
lot of people, who hate mail. You're gonna have to send.
and I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't even know and don't know what you're talking about either. But all right, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so 25 is Anthony Edwards, 24 Donovan Mitchell, 23 Bam Adebayo. Shout out to you. 22 is Jalen Brown. 21 is Chris Paul.
Stop.
These are minimum.
Go back.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Are you gonna go through the list first, or you want me to like stop whenever I don't like?
I was gonna go to the part where I was gonna get pissed off at.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You do that, and then I'll tell you who I'm pissed off with.
All right. Are you mad that Chris Paul's soul is 21?
That and Jalen Brown.
Okay, so they should be higher.
Yes, but continue. I'll tell you why in a minute.
All right. 20 is Anthony Davis.
That is the one that pisses me off.
How did this piss you off?
This is the one that pisses me off. He didn't do anything last season. Why is he on the top 20? Why? Why? Because he did something the year before? Oh, because he's a big man?
He was ranked ninth last year.
Okay, and he did nothing last year. He did nothing last year. Nothing. How in the world that somebody does nothing and he's in the top 20? How does that make any sense?
I mean, I would argue that he probably had a little bit more to contribute to last year, but he was number 9, and you had a problem with that.
I cannot believe you defending this garbage.
No, it's like 20. I don't think it's that far off. So when he's healthy, he's a game changer. If he's healthy, the Lakers are going to be excellent. We can all agree there, right?
Yeah, when he started playing, they were still losing games anyway.
Right, that's fine, but we all know why they lost games, because of Russell Westbrook. Because of him.
Yeah, I think you trying to take him off the hook.
Okay, 19 Bradley Beal. How is this guy 19? His team constantly does nothing with him being the top guy. He's a great player. He's an excellent player, but his team don't win shit. He shouldn't be in the top 20. As far as I'm concerned, you switch Bam Adebayo with him, and that would make me happy. He's not a top 20 player. If you can't you can't be a top 20 player if your team can't even make the playoffs. They can't even make the play-in. You can't be a top 20 player. So, okay. 18 is Rudy Gobert.
Oh gosh. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Jimmy Butler 17. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You have a guy that's been in a constant improvement every single year. This dude been ascending every year, improving his offense, improving his defense.
And he's down from last year too. He was 15 last year. Now he's 17.
I don't do like this is the reason why I want names. Who are these people that's making these lists? I need to know exactly who you are because this does make any type of sense. How in the world did Jimmy Butler get worse?
You were a
How did
global
he get worse?
customers in different places
Yeah,
on
you
different
again?
systems. So you
What the
call
heck
in
is going on
IBM and
here?
Red Hat to create an open hybrid
Oh,
cloud
I think that's
platform.
you.
Now data is available
Hold on.
anywhere
Let me see if I can
securely.
find,
Let's create a hybrid cloud that can change
Okay,
an
yeah,
industry.
that's me.
IBM, let's create.
I don't have any extensions. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's you. That's you again.
Yeah, I shut it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
he looked like that dude from Street Fighter Five. What's his name? Um, the guy with
uh,
the crazy hair.
well, Nicole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get this either. He was the best player in the conference finals last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. You figured that would give him at least a little bit more respect, but it is what it is. So he's 17.
Let me see. Tough. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. How
Mhm.
he brings toughness, accountability, and he's an excellent leader for that. You know what I'm saying? Let me read it again.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Toughness. Butler's career has been defined by the part of his ability to perform high level, no matter what lingering injury. He like like. Oh my gosh! Like this is just awesome stuff that's being said, and yet you're going to rank him at freaking what? What was his ranking? 16?
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
And the problem to me is not like if he's not top 10, then fine. But he's not like he can't be outside top 15. It's silly, especially when you consider who's right ahead of him, Trey Young. Now look, I think Trey Young is an excellent player. He's a superstar, absolutely. But
Oh gosh.
based on what we saw last year, and I get it, they're trying to go by contributions for next year. I get it, but there's no way in hell he should be above Jimmy Butler at all. Not even remotely close.
Guy don't play defense.
He shouldn't be ahead of Jimmy Butler at all. That is garbage.
Now look, my bad. I don't think I should laugh because I even said that dude is so electrifying that he was not going to allow Miami sweep them. I knew that dude was special to the point where he was going to allow them to win at least one game, give
And
him one game.
honestly, he wasn't even that good in that one game. He just scored a whole bunch of points. He wasn't even that good.
Oh, he wasn't good.
No, not really. No.
I'm talking about the game that he won. The
Yeah,
game
yeah,
that they won.
yeah. He wasn't that good in that game.
Hmm.
And
That's interesting.
he shouldn't be ahead of Jimmy Butler. Like not even close.
No.
And he was 17 last year. So he's 17. Butler's 16 last year, and now you flipped him behind. Based on what? Based on what?
I mean, yeah. Let me see. It says here, go up, go up. Yeah, keep going. New York. Well, hold on. Go to Trae Young. Trae Young.
Okay.
Trae Young. Trae Young. Let me see. Okay, safety portable. He dropped 45, and they want to say, I don't care about that. Got one of the best.
One game
Yeah,
to watch. Okay? You talking about a random fucking game against New York? Not
that's
the
what I
Eastern
bet.
Finals.
Right.
Come on, fuck off. So stupid.
If
Right,
it's
you have
just
anything
he
to
jumped
say?
last season and took another one this season alongside Murray. Nothing here and this is why I wanted you to stop here.
Mhm.
Nothing here impresses me, especially to the point where it should hop over Jimmy Butler.
It
Nothing here is being said that's impressive.
doesn't make any sense.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stopping right there just proved my point. Not impressed. Go ahead.
Okay. 15 is Paul George. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have too much an issue with that.
14 is Damian Lillard.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine too. 13 is Carl Anthony Towns. I feel like he's a little bit too high, but it's not a major issue. But I think he's a little bit too high.
Okay.
So 12 is Kawhi Leonard.
All right, another one. Another one.
We'll,
Look.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh no. You should know what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
You should know what I'm going to say. I don't think he deserves to be anywhere near, in the top 15 or in the top 16 if the guy hasn't played at all last year. There's other guys who played. There's other guys who made the playoffs. These guys earned their spot. And you haven't played at all. So why are you in the top? Why are you in the top 12? Why? You didn't play anything. You didn't play that one game last season. You don't deserve to be in the top 12 spot. You didn't play.
Based on reputation, if he's healthy, that Clipper team's gonna be title contenders. Absolutely, you can agree with that, right?
But he didn't do anything last year.
All right, that's fine. But if he's healthy this year and they're title contenders, if he's healthy this year, they'll be title contenders. You can't argue that.
All right. So you okay with him being in top 12?
It's fine. It's fine. James Harden 11. That doesn't bother me. Apparently, he lost like 100 pounds this year.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
I think that's it from my end.
Dang, really? Because all I have is from the top 5, 1 to 5.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find the. All right, 10 to 6. I got it. Yeah, this one caused some controversy. Let's go down. Well, first off, the first thing first, let me put a fucking mute to this video. All right, it's already muted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 10 is Devin Booker. That doesn't bother me.
You know what? I mean, them getting all right, fine. I guess.
9 is Ja Morant.
To be honest with you, I think that's too low.
You think he should be higher on the list?
Yes.
With
that crazy performance he showcased last year, there's absolutely no way he should be in number 9. But let's. I want to see who's ahead. I want to see who else is ahead.
Number 8 is Kevin Durant.
Wow.
Kevin Durant.
Number 8.
I don't have a problem with this either.
Whoa, no, wait, hold on, no, not now. I need an explanation from you. I do. You said that Kevin Durant was still a top 3, top 2 player. That's what you said.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything about Steph Curry. I was the one that kept talking about Steph Curry. I did, not you. Not you.
Okay.
I kept talking about Steph Curry.
All right.
You kept on talking about Giannis and KD, and now you saying that you're fine with KD at number 8, despite the fact that the only 2 guys that you kept mentioning was Giannis and KD. Now you're saying he's okay at number 8. Explain yourself.
Okay, it's very simple. Based on the ranking last year, he struggled in the playoffs last year. Now, when I said that he was the best player, the last year that we talked about it,
yes,
he came off of an all-time playoff performance where he almost single-handedly beat the defending champion, the eventual champion, Milwaukee Bucks.
Almost is only almost, my friend.
That's fine. That's what I'm using that as. That's what I'm using that as. That's what this is like I give Butler credit for almost beating the Boston Celtics. I'm gonna give Kevin Durant that type of honor too, because he was the best player in that series, in my opinion. No,
it was Giannis. Clearly, it was Giannis.
Right, they're 1 and 2. Regardless of whether you want to say which one flip flop, they're 1 and 2.
Well, okay, but how is that you go from 1 and 2 to 8?
All right. Well, obviously he struggled last year in the playoffs.
He struggled last year.
Mm-hmm.
He struggled last year. He got swept last year.
Yeah.
So because he struggled last year in the playoffs, suddenly now he goes all the way down to the 8th spot. To the 8th spot.
Who am I gonna replace in the top 5?
Okay. All right.
When you take on the road, what is it for?
Is that you again?
Is it for the thrill, or is it for the statement? Is it for the future? For your crew or for theirs? Whatever your reasons may be, know that you're always backed by Morse.
don't have any extensions on.
You know, it's so funny. They all these fucking companies want to hit us with copyright strikes and shit like that. But yet they have videos playing. They have ads all over the fucking all over the fucking website. and I was fixing to get it to put the volume down, but yet the volume badly comes up. Like it's so stupid. So I don't have a problem with Kevin Durant being number 8 here.
Okay.
7 is Jason Tatum.
Oh, and what did I tell you? What did I tell you during the playoffs? Didn't I tell you that the Jason Tatum was better than Kevin Durant? I told you that.
I'm not just surprised. I'm not just surprised I'm surprised they didn't make him go higher.
Well, you thought I was crazy. You thought I was talking on nothing but a bunch of hogwash when I said that Jason Tatum was better than Kevin Durant once he beat him. I mean, the guy played defense. The guy obviously had great offense. He was a great leader, and he completely dismantled Kevin Durant, completely, to the point where Kevin Durant couldn't do anything because everybody was just too physical. And the guy, like I said before, he should have went to the weight room a long time ago. Long time ago. Go down to scroll down just a little bit.
I'm honestly, with the way they talk about Jason Tatum, I'm surprised he wasn't in top 5. The way they want to anoint this dude as the best, one of the best in the game.
Okay, so yeah, this is the one. Along the way, this is the bottom. Tatum set a career high of 26.9 points per game, continued to raise his 3-point attempt rating, and remain one of the best two-way wing players in the league. Two best. You know what? Now that they said that, after reading that little small portion, I'm surprised he's not any higher.
Yeah, because the media wants to crown this dude. They want to crown this dude as arguably the best player in the game. Now, I don't have a problem with him being number 7. I don't have a problem with him being above KD.
Okay.
So, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, I'm glad you're on my side today.
Yeah. All right, so 6 is LeBron James. All right, so I don't have a problem with this.
You also said that Kevin Durant was better than LeBron James. So how is it that LeBron James, who didn't make the playoffs, Kevin Durant did, but now you are okay with LeBron James ahead of Kevin Durant? Where's the consistency at?
I feel like you want me to be consistent when it comes to apples and oranges. It's this is not about which player I think is better. It's about a ranking system. And to be honest with you, LeBron James should be number 6. Because look at the career, look at the year that he had, even with the injuries that he had to deal with. I mean, I think he averages. I think he averaged 30 points a game for a guy his age.
It says it right here. Let me see. For the second time in 4 seasons as the Lakers, James missed the playoffs. This after only missing the postseason twice in the first 15 years in the league. James 30.3 points per game average was unprecedented for the 19-year veteran, but the 26th game he lost to various injuries and an ill-fitting roster around him made for one of the most disappointing seasons in France. Now, okay, 30.3, and I think Joel Embiid was 31? Or was it? I know it was very, very close between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very close. I can't remember exactly. But are you saying that he should be number 6 because he missed the playoffs?
No, he should be number 6 because of how excellent he was. He was outstanding this year, and considering that he's that old, he's been in the league for like 19 years. That's crazy. I know that's something you don't appreciate, but that's pretty spectacular.
No, this is not a lifetime achievement award. It's not. I'm not going to reward you for lifetime achievements. I'm going to reward you for what you did last season and what you accomplished last season, and did you make it to the playoffs last season? That's what I go by, not because of how old you are. And no, this is not a lifetime achievement award.
All right, but you think that but clearly it wasn't his fault why they didn't make the playoffs. We don't know why they didn't make the playoffs.
Listen, when you have him and you have Russell Westbrook together, and you decide
that was the problem. That was part of the problem. That was the problem. You have LeBron James and a guy who thinks he still is, who still thinks he's on that level, and he's not. So
Yeah, I mean, I know you're talking about Westbrook, but hey, listen, if you're gonna start shooting the ball where it's constantly hitting the backboard or the sideboard, because I remember I mentioned in the podcast, dude, you and me, and I'm pretty sure anyone in this chat, we've all shot a basketball. We're not going to be hitting the sideboard.
all right,
Go ahead, go ahead.
no, before you get to the top five, let me read some comments. We have quite a few. All right, all right. So F is in the chat. How you doing, though?
What's up? What's up, F? What's up?
He said, "Run that back." What do you mean, run that back?
Yeah, he said, which one? Let us know what you mean by running that back.
All right, you said I agree with Steve. Jimmy Butler plays doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
I don't get it either. Switch Towns and Butler and Bam needs to be higher. I agree.
Do you think that?
I agree with that. I think Towns is a bit too high in that list. No, Nolan said, "Shout out to Ed Morris." Yeah, I've been hearing that name since I was a kid. Nintendo Gamer, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, Nintendo Gamer, what's up, brother?
Did my comment get deleted? I was about to. It was about you messaging me, Hoovy. No, I don't think so. Let me know where you messaged me at, because I didn't see it here. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I didn't see it here. But let me know.
Before we continue, quick question. McKinley, you said switch Towns, Butler, and you said switch Towns and Butler, and you said Bam needs to be higher. But who are you going to replace him with? Like who should you replace Bam with if you think he should be higher? I'm just curious. Oh, go ahead, Hoovy.
All right. No one says where is Tatum. I think he's 7. Yeah, he's 7. And then it seems like Tatum and Butler needs to be closer together and switch with Towns.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's hitting on Towns on this chat.
And Jimmy Butler's place on the list. Yeah, I agree, because I think his place on the list is blasphemous.
Okay,
blasphemous. So he shouldn't be behind Trey Young. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And no one said agree, raise Bam. So
okay, so it seems like so far everybody on this chat seems to agree that Jimmy Butler needs to be higher, and it looks like a couple people said Bam also needs to be higher. Yeah, because McKinley says so, and Nolan also said Bam needs to be higher. Do you think Bam needs to be higher?
Yeah, I do think he needs to be higher, but I also think that for him to get that respect, he needs to raise his game offensively. Like, he needs to be more of a dominant presence offensively. Like, defensively, he's top 2 or 3. He will be a defensive player of the year award winner when his career is over. He's that good defensively. But offensively, I feel like he just needs to step it up a little bit in order to get that recognition.
Okay.
So, all right. So you had the top 5. Go ahead. Showcase that.
All right. So I'm gonna do the. Oh no! Wait! Quick! Go back to yours real quick. Over here. Go back to yours real quick. I think wait. Yeah. Go back to yours. Let me see something real quick. I believe. Go back. Go all the way up to where John Morant was.
Okay.
I believe after the outstanding performance that John Morant displayed last, and unfortunately, he got hurt. But that dude was sensational. That dude is putting everybody on notice, because for some reason everybody still wants to talk about Zion. This dude's saying no. I'm the number one draft pick around here.
Zion wasn't even in the top 25. I don't know where his official ranking is, but he's not in the top 25.
I'm okay with that. Are you?
Because he hasn't played. He really hasn't played in two NBA seasons.
Yeah, he hasn't played. Go down real quick. So let me see. Morant might be the most entertaining player. Yeah, this dude is box office. I'm glad that they said that, because Morant might be the NBA's most entertaining player. a high-flying acrobat with a poise of confidence creeping towards arrogance. He made the Grizzlies must-see TV. That dude, the Grizzlies was like one of the franchises I just completely hated to watch. Hated to watch. This dude made that team box office. Now I understand that they have other guys over there too. They have a great group of guys over there, but this dude made that team box office. And it says here is okay. So he 27.1, elevating Morant to the top Cleon of offensive weapons and earning him his first All Star berth and the most improved player award. Okay, now I'm not going to read the whole entire thing, but I think we all understand the gist of how special John Morant is.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I believe that John Morant has done so well last season. I believe he's supposed to surpass Kevin Durant, which means I think they should switch spots.
Okay.
I think they should switch spots. So let me go where keep. Oh, you got off. Never mind.
I'm back on. I'm back on.
Oh, okay. Go down to where Kevin Durant is. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All y'all keep going. Keep
All
going.
right.
Keep going.
I'm right here.
Keep going. 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 Come
Oh,
on.
wait,
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah. He should switch spots with Kevin Durant. I didn't want to go too far with Tatum and LeBron, but I think he should switch spots with Kevin Durant. You guys in the chat could call me crazy if you want, but I think that what that dude did last season was special, and he's going to get better. He's going to continue to flourish, and I think Kevin Durant is just going to constantly getting older, and he's going to wane a little bit. I think he already has. So I believe they should switch spots. Now,
All right. Do you have the top 5?
dude, why are you being so impatient for?
No, because we thought you want to know why our podcasts are 3 hours long? Because of stuff like what you just did. You want me to scroll up and down when all you had to do was say this switch Kevin Durant and John Morant. That's all you had to do.
Yeah, I still wanted to read it though. Anyway,
What?
I wanted to read. Relax your nerves. Okay, so here we are. Number 5, we have Steph Curry at number 5. And
this is where the list takes a complete dump, in my opinion.
the list already took a dump.
I know this is the most egregious era, in my opinion. There ain't no fucking way that a guy what was he listed last year?
I honestly believe I thought he was like number 5 last year.
Where is he at?
He's number 5.
No, but last year he was 5'2", right?
Yeah.
How is it that a guy who had an excellent year, who helped his team win the championship, he was easily the best player on that team, helped them win the championship. He's regarded as one of the greatest players in NBA history, who cemented his legacy in that year, and yet he's still in the top 5. He's still only in the top. He's 5. He should be 1 or 2. That's it. He should be no less than 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing that he's 5. It's embarrassing that he's at number 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I mean, the guy freaking went to the finals and he was phenomenal. And just about nearly every single playoff game, this dude's been phenomenal. He did what he had to do. He was a good leader. He was there for his teammates. I mean, look, Curry's the same position after averaging 25.5 points per game on 43.7 shooting. I mean, for goodness sake, man. Like, how is it? The guy went to the finals again, wins finals MVP, right? I mean, completely dismantled that Boston defense. A great defense, by the way. Great defensive team. Dismantled that defense with his amazing shooting, with his amazing cutting, all that good stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Annihilated that defense. And you put him on number 5? He goes to the finals, wins, and he's number 5. You guys give that dude number 5. I'm not buying it. Now you see why I want to know who these people are. These people are dumb. They don't know what they're doing.
Amazon Business can steer us toward more sustainable products. I feel good. What's next? It's a car that.
What the heck is going on here? Like we put the freaking X for a reason.
McKinley said that Bam over Beal or Davis. I'm down. Yeah, he should be higher than both those guys. In my opinion.
Oh my goodness, what's going on? Right.
Noah said that he needs help overall. Carrying his team is a massive weight if you're judging against who you lose to. And then he also said that Leonard. So he thinks that Kawhi Leonard should be lower.
Okay, do you agree with McKinley that Bam should be over Beal and Davis?
Yeah.
Wait, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But,
yeah, go ahead. Go to number 4.
All right. So number 4. Number 4 is Joel Embiid. Are you okay with him being number 4?
He shouldn't be ahead of Steph Curry. But top 5, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Next one is number 3, Luka.
Okay, shouldn't be ahead of Curry, but it's fine.
You think he should be ahead of Joel?
I honestly, it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter. But top 5, sure.
Number 2, how do you feel about him being number 2?
Again, it should be Curry. I don't mind him being. He's the MVP winner. He's the MVP. He should be in the. He should be in the top 5. He's not. He shouldn't be ahead of Steph Curry.
And we have number 1 is Giannis whatever his last name.
Giannis.
Yes, the Greek freak.
Yeah,
they call him the Greek freak for a reason.
The only player in the league, in my opinion, who should be. If you want to put him ahead of Steph Curry, I'm fine with it. But he's the only player. Because I'll tell you this right now: if that Milwaukee Bucks team was healthy, they beat the Boston Celtics.
I agree.
And obviously he was excellent. Obviously I know he struggled a little bit here or there, but they were pretty much. He was the only guy. He was the only guy there. I know Holiday was there, but I know he struggled offensively. But yeah, Giannis is the best player in the league.
It says here from the pure consistency and reliable dominance each night from his claim on the status as the best player in the world has only been strengthened in the past year. Arguably, no player in the league can match his impact on both ends on the floor. I actually like this statement right here because that is absolutely true.
Uh-huh.
This dude is elite when it comes to his defense. Elite, when it comes to his offense. And the fact that he's going to continue to get better with his jump shot, he's constantly still rebounding the ball. He's improving his ball handling. This dude is already being determined the best player in the league, and yet he still doesn't shoot the ball as well as KD, Steph Curry, James Harden, etc., etc. Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't shoot the ball anywhere near as those guys, but yet he's still able to dominate the league now. And this is why I don't get upset when people say, "Oh, he's a small version of Shaquille O'Neal." Shaquille O'Neal wasn't able to shoot the ball either, but yet he was still able to dominate with all the other gifts that he was able to put on display. And Giannis is doing the exact same thing. He's doing great, with his post game, with his footwork, dribbling the ball straight up. Like, bro, this dude is sensational. And this was why for the past couple of years, I've said it's either him or Steph Curry. That's it. Not KD, not LeBron, not Kawhi, none of those other guys. It's either Giannis or Steph. Flip it the way you want. If you want to put Steph Curry at number 1, that's fine. I'm okay with that. You want to put Giannis at number 1, I'm okay with that. But those two guys should be the top 2 guys. Nobody else. Nobody. But the fact that they put Steph Curry all the way at number 5 and won Finals MVP, that's blasphemous to me.
That's a joke.
That's blasphemous. I don't understand. What else is this guy supposed to do to get to get the respect that he deserves? He won 4 championships now, 2 without Kevin Durant, and yet he's still in the number 5 spot. So basically, what you're saying that there was no improvements at all in his game. That he didn't improve, made no type of improvements whatsoever. That everybody else surpassed him. Everybody else.
All right, so Molta said that he agrees with the top 5. I do too. The only thing is that Curry should be either 1 or 2, and then everyone else is fine. The problem is the placement. Like you don't have a performance like he had, and just assume that it's just gonna fall off to where he's gonna be the 5th best player in the world when he was the reason why they won that championship.
Exactly.
That's really my only real issue with it. So
yeah, I don't and look, to me, I think no, this is how I think the ranking is supposed to be. If you want to put Giannis at number 1, Steph Curry at number 2, that's fine. Curry number 1, Giannis number 2, that's fine. I'm okay with that. You could do your tie or whatever, but after that, he should be at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic should be number 3. Number 4, I think number 4 should be Joel Embiid, and 5 should be Luka. Luka should be number 5.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna say no. The list should be fine the way it is, with the exception of Curry. Okay,
yeah, it's fine. Like to me, I think Curry being number 5 is such a disrespect to what he did last year.
I'm glad that we're on the same page with this. I'm actually glad we're on the same page with this because I kept on harping and constantly hammering to you that those two were the top 2 guys, and I'm glad that you found me on board.
I can only go by what they did. And like I said, they did say that it pretty much is pretty much what they're predicting their impact will be this year, and I get that. But to me, if you have a performance like he did, you shut everybody up when it comes to this narrative about you not winning the Finals MVP, and you dominate. Yeah, why is he not number 1 or number 2? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either. I mean, it really doesn't. It just takes me off. Like, these people, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Let me play real quick of what Giannis said. You heard what he said, right?
Yeah.
I want to play it for the rest of you guys. It's just a minute, so bear with me.
Do I believe that I'm one of the best players in the league, and the way I help my team be great and win games, it's efficient and effective? Yeah, I do believe. I'm mature enough, I'm old enough to understand that. Do I believe I'm the best player in the world? No.
Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Oh, okay.
Do I believe I'm the best player in the world? No. I think the best player in the world is the person that is the last one standing. Is the person that takes his team to the finish line, and helps them win the game. Win games and become champion. 2 years ago, when we did that, yeah, when I was sleeping in my bed, I was like, yeah, maybe I'm the best player in the world. But now, no. In my opinion, the way I view it, the winner is the best. The guy that wins is the best. When we play a game,
I don't know if you can see it or not.
When I go in my house and I play against my brothers, when I win and I play against the Nazis, coaches, and Alex, and then my mom and Mariah, and I win, I'm the best. Yeah, if house and I play against my brothers, when I win and I play against the Nazis, coaches, and Alex, and then my mom and Mariah, and I win, I'm the best. Yeah, if Costas played really good, a great series, but he didn't win, how can he be the best when I won? So that's how I view it. Yeah, I believe that the best player in the world is Steph Curry until the next player.
One more time, please.
He didn't win. How can he be the best when I won? So that's how I view it. Yeah, I believe that the best player in the world is Steph Curry until the next player.
That's it, man. That is it. The guy that you all claim that is number 1, he said
over the last 5 years, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been the most dominant physical.
For goodness sakes, man. He said that Steph Curry is the best player. And yet you have idiots. Yes, I'm going to call them idiots, putting Steph Curry at number 5. Makes absolutely no sense to me. No sense. But anyway, I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. Like I said before, I think Anthony Davis being in the top 20, he should be booted out. I think the fact that CP3 is all the way at 21, I think that's stupid. I think where Jalen Brown was what, all the way, what, 20, 24,
2022.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too low. That's too low. After what he was the besides Steph Curry, he was the best player on that finals game, in that final series. He was better than Tatum. He was better than Tatum. And they want to put him all the way down at freaking 22. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Beal is not better than Jalen Brown. Anthony Davis is not better than Jalen Brown. All right. Trey Young is not better than Jalen Brown. Get the hell out of here with that garbage. So anyway, I am pretty much done with my rant. Steph Curry on number 5. You are either number 1 or number 2. Number 1 or number 2. Anthony Davis, you get out of the 20 spot. What do you have to say?
Uh, Pretty much. I mean, I pretty much said what I needed to say. Like Curry should be in top 2. He's not top. He shouldn't be in top 5. He should be top 2. And I agree with Nolan here. 3 through 5, I don't care. Like I'm the same way. 3 through 5, however you rank them, is fine. Jimmy Butler needs to be higher. Bam, he needs to be higher. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Oh, you said Bam. Okay, so the only other problem besides Steph Curry you have is with Bam and Jimmy Butler. That's it.
Yeah. Like, I do think some other guys, like I do think that Karl Anthony Towns is a little bit too high. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah,
mind.
yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not. It's not like it's not egregious. It's not like a big deal or nothing like that. What else? Who else?
You and I had a problem with Beal though at number 19.
Yeah, Bill is not a top. He's not a top 20 player. He's not. He's not. Top 25, top 30, fine. But top 20, no. So and then there was another guy. I don't remember. But
I had a problem with CP3 being number 21.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, and Trey Young too high on the list too. At least, he shouldn't be above. He shouldn't be above Jimmy Butler.
Are you okay where Jalen Brown is at, despite the fact of his performance in the finals? And
I mean, he should be higher than Beal. He definitely should be higher than Bradley Beal, but I'm not that upset about it.
I'm surprised because let me all right, real quick. Let me tell you why I'm really surprised with you with this, and I'm surprised you're not as irate as I am.
No, because you care about stuff that you care way too much about stuff that's not important.
No, this is important because this guy is proven. He's proven once again that why he should also be considered as the top guy. Why he should be considered as the top guy.
That's not important to me.
You've said that you wouldn't even trade KD for Jalen Brown. You said that.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, because
you also said
because you want the reasoning, or you just want to just put it out there with no context.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I said because Tatum and Durant are too similar. You need if in order to build a team, you can't have two guys who are similar unless they can play together. That's why Wade and LeBron work, but they're similar players, but they can work together. You can see when LeBron is with someone like Russell Westbrook, they can't work together. They can't.
Okay.
So like that's why I said that. It's not because I think Durant is worse than Jalen Brown. No, I think if I had to pick between the two, I would pick Kevin Durant. But the problem is that if your goal is to make a complete team, you need components that fit together. And I don't think Tatum and Durant fits together.
All right, you know what? That's fine. I guess I'll leave it at that. But for you to say that, oh, I'm caring about stuff that I shouldn't care about is asinine. I think him being way down there is too low. I'm sorry. I think it's too low.
No, I mean I can agree. I can agree that it's too low, but I also am not going to call these people idiots. I'll call the list idiotic, but I'm not sitting there wondering who's making the list. I don't care who makes the list. It is what it is. So it's like how you made a list, and some of it is egregious. Like the Steph Curry one is the most egregious one to me. That and Jimmy Butler. But but if that's the case, then whatever. It is what it is.
Okay. Oh, Malta, you say you agree with the top five. I don't know, bro. That list is egregious. And Nolan says, when you I know you read it already. To be perfectly honest, interchange 3 through 5. I don't care. The reason why I care is because of I honestly do think Djokovic being MVP. I think that matters. I think that matters. So if you are Steph Curry and Giannis, obviously stick to one and number two. He should be number three. Those should be the top three guys. Winning the MVP matters, and he really did a really good job without what's his name? Murray.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really good job. Without his second guy. So I have to give him credit for that. He deserves to be number three. So that's it. Anyway,
Malta said Giannis makes a good point, but he's still better. Okay. Do you have the Robert Sarver article?
you know what? I don't think I do.
All right. I don't either. So let me go get it.
Yeah, you'd be faster than me when it comes to that.
Yeah. So all right. So we talked about Robert Sarver last week. It was our most heated debate on here, and it really wasn't even between me and you. It was between me and your homeboy who's not here. So
Yeah, you wouldn't want him to be here anyway.
no, like it don't matter. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. But
yeah, it would matter to you.
But here's the thing, right? So I think I said that I would be surprised if he sold the team unless he was pressured to, and that's seemingly what happened. That is seemingly what happened. Let's go to the article. Let me clap this right here before I share. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened, right? So let me get to the article. And also, we did share. Now I remember we talked about this in our private chat, and I shared to you a story about what he said about about hiring a black coach, and to quote, he said, "These niggas need another nigga to train them to work with."
Yeah. Play it.
I don't think I don't have that clip. I don't have the clip.
Hold on. I think you played it on the. Wait,
Yeah, I played it on the WhatsApp, but I don't have WhatsApp on my computer.
Yeah, but when you played on WhatsApp, where'd you get it from? Didn't you get it from YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube.
All right. While you do, let me read this article. All right. So obviously, Suns and Mercury owner plan to sell team amid scandal. Bowing to what he called an unforgiving climate. that was funny. That was funny reading that. Robert Sarver said Wednesday that he planned to sell the Suns and the Mercury amid public pressure after an NBA investigation found that he had mistreated team employees for years. It was a swift turnaround for Sarver, who seemed determined to hold on to his stakes in both basketball franchises after the NBA last week fined him $10 million and suspended him from team operation for 1 year. According to the investigation report, Sarver had engaged in more than a decade of workplace misconduct, including using racial slurs, making sexual remarks, and treating women inadequately. I think that was it. Inadequate. Whatever. But following the punitive measures, Sarver and the NBA face mounting public pressure to levy a harsher punishment for behavior NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had described as beyond the pale. In a statement Wednesday, Sarver said that his 1 year suspension would have given him time to make amends and remove my personal controversy from the teams that he owned. But in our unforgiving climate, he said, it has become painfully clear that that is no longer possible. That whatever good I've done or could still do is outweighed by things I have said in the past. In separate statements, Silver and Sons Legacy Partners LLC, the ownership group of the Suns and Mercury, said Sarver's decision was the best choice for the organization and for the community. Right. Before I go,
Before the go back I didn't really understand the last one that you read. Can you go back?
all right. What
The okay, but in our current unforgiving climate,
mhm.
he said it has become painfully clear that that is no longer possible. That whatever good I have done or could still do is outweighed by things I have said in the past. And do you that's the one thing. So I don't necessarily like that statement because pretty much what he's saying, and maybe you are for it. It seems like what he's saying here was that there's absolutely no way forgiveness, can be given.
According to him, that's what he said.
Right. He believes that nobody is, going to forgive him for it. And I don't necessarily
No,
agree
no,
with
no,
that.
no, no, wait, hold on. I think we're a little bit non. He's saying that because no one has quote forgiven me, that means that I have no choice but to sell the team.
Like, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like he believes that no one will ever forgive, regardless if whether if it means he has a change of heart, whether if it means if he decides to do good from here on out. None of that will matter. People will say, "Oh, you said this and this and this and this, and because you said that, you need to be, pretty much, get rid of the team." And I don't think that's right. I don't think
Even,
that's right.
even after the comment that I just read to you, even after the comment that did you find it the Skip Bayless quote?
The it's funny that you asked because when I was looking for it, it was too much, and I can't identify which one that you played in the chat. So I don't.
It was fairly late in the conversation. It was fairly late in the conversation.
Yeah, but the
But
thing is, I'll have to. I need to play it in order to find it, and I won't be able to find it. There's too many. There's too many videos.
right, that's fine. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe I'll find it later.
Yeah,
But
if you could find it, that would be awesome. But I don't think you remember unless you go to like your history
yeah,
on YouTube.
I'll be able to find it. But here's the thing, right?
Hmm.
What he wants everyone to just forgive him, to forgive and forget, and mainly to forget. That's what he wants. Because he thinks that because I apologize, that everything's gonna be fine. That it doesn't warrant any type of punishment. If you, like I said before, if you're going to conduct yourself like a dumbass, if you're gonna play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And the stupid prize that he won is that now he has to sell his team. Now get rid of his shares of the team. And trust me, he's not gonna go out broke in this instance. He'll be fine. The fact is I'm not gonna feel bad for a guy who's a dumbass. And that's what he is. He's a dumbass. I don't feel bad for him.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. I can't. He got what he deserved. He got what he deserved. So,
When you say he got what he deserved,
mhm.
look, because isn't didn't they ban him only for
A year.
only for a year?
Mm-hmm.
Were you in favor of that, or you thought it would be more? I don't think you ever explained yourself.
No, I just because the thing I didn't because what I heard The only reason why he got hit with a $10 million fine is because that's the highest they can fine him based on based on pretty much what the NBA law says. You can't fine him no more than that. And the year long ban is something I don't know. I don't know about if you can. Obviously, you can ban guys for life. You can obviously do that, but you know, I just think that they. I heard Amina Hassan say this is that the reason why he didn't get permanently banned is because they didn't want if they were gonna ban him, then what they didn't want is for him to really put out everyone else's dirty business, dirty laundry.
So wait, but is that why he doesn't want to get uh well, I'm kind of lost, you know.
Look at it this way, right? They didn't want him putting out dirty laundry on other owners if he felt like let's say if he felt like he was unjustly banned from the NBA, right?
Mhm.
He was unjustly banned, and he's probably obviously he clearly is a vindictive person. He's probably going to put other owners out for the stuff that they've done in their past, maybe whatever happened at their workplace, some of the stuff they've done wrong, and plus he could have sued them also. It could have opened themselves up for lawsuits and stuff like that. Is what I.
Interesting. Yeah, dude, I honestly believe that 1 year suspension and the $10 million fine was definitely, enough, in my opinion. Because like how much more punishment do you think a guy, deserves? Just because the guy is probably worth, $1 billion, you mean to tell me that, oh well, since he worth so much money, oh, the $10 million, just doesn't mean anything? Well, he needs a much harsher punishment because the guy's rich. I mean, look, a punishment is a punishment. If you're going to suspend him, ban him from his own company or his own business or his own whatever it is, his own team, for a whole year, fine. And then you want to fine him $10 million, fine. But now it's up to the point where he has to sell his team. Like I don't think that's right, man. I don't think that's right.
You had PayPal, who threatened to leave. I'm sure he was pressure from the other owners, the other ownership group that he's not the only one that owns the team. He's part of an ownership group.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the other groups the other members of the group was like, "Yo, dude, you gotta go."
You know that for a fact that they said that?
I'm going to assume that happened because if that didn't happen, then he would not sell his portion of the team.
But okay, go back to the article real quick.
All right. And Aladdin is in the chat.
What's going on? What's going on, man? I welcome back. I was worried that you was probably never gonna come back again. But I'm glad you're here, man. It's always an honor for you to join us, bro. Really appreciate it.
I'm in the article. What's up?
All right, let me zoom in. All right, keep going. NBA announced penalties. Public paid. No, keep going up. Or is that it? Oh, wait, whoa, go. Okay, in the statement Wednesday, the NBA commissioner, Kathy,
Ellenberg.
said league was committed to diversity, inclusion, and welcome the news. The Sarver decision to sell Mercury. She had described his fine and suspicion as appropriate and necessary. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that she said that. I mean, look, this was appropriate. I think I honestly believe what happened was clearly enough, and I think. And,
she said she supports his decision to sell.
hold on, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Let me read that again. Well, no, but it also said after that that defined was still appropriate though. Even though she said that she supports that he wants to sell the team, she still described like his fine and suspicion and suspension was still appropriate and that it was necessary.
Okay.
So she's still fine with that too.
Okay.
And I think if that's all that he got, I think that is more than enough. And I think what PayPal is doing is BS. It's BS. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody have said things in the past that they shouldn't say, and now you want for a guy to lose a part of his business. Like I don't like that, man. I really don't. And I think
17 years?
I think what
17
PayPal
years.
hang on. And I think what PayPal did is a bunch of BS. And besides, PayPal is not a company that you should trust anyway. I heard a lot of people complain about that company anyway.
That's
About how
fine,
they
but
about
their name is
about
on the logo. Their
about
name is on the sponsorship. They pay.
about how they steal people's money.
Yeah, the PayPal sucks. PayPal sucks, but their name is on the jersey. They pay for that. They pay for that spot on the jersey. So regardless of how much you don't like the company, they pay for their spot on the jersey for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. I still think is unnecessary. And I already know what you're going to say. You're going to say that him selling the team was the right thing to do.
I mean, I don't give a shit if he sold the team or not. I don't care. I'm not a Phoenix Suns fan. I don't care. But at the end of the day, like he got what he deserved. Like it is what it is. He got what he deserved. Like again, the one thing that I noticed from our conversation last week that neither one of us read the report, the 43-page report. So we don't. So that has pretty much
the what?
the 43-page report of the investigation behind all the stuff that he did and said while he was owning the team.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I heard a story, and I think this could be corroborated with video during the whole ALS challenge or whatever. A high ranking the ALS challenge.
Okay.
Like where the challenge was that people would get dunked with cold water for, I guess, to build awareness for ALS, right, or Lou Gehrig's disease, right? It's a trend. And a high-ranking Phoenix employee did the challenge. Sarver was there.
Okay.
What happened after he got dunked with the water? Sarver, because he's such a mature individual, pantsed the Phoenix executive. Pretty much pulled his pants down.
He pulled the other guy's pants down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You think that's normal behavior?
I mean, no, it's not normal behavior, but I would assume, since this is all about you dunking me in water and all this other stuff, I'm assuming that he thought that, you know what, we're all joking, this is all laughing and fun and games, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna have to do. I wouldn't do something like that. I think that's stupid. I'm curious how the relationship is between the two of them though.
That I don't know that offhand, but I don't care, dude. Me and you're my best friend. You're never ever pulling my pants down.
Okay, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And vice versa. All right. Brian said that PayPal is commerce that shouldn't be taken away just because he was politically incorrect. They paid for the advertisement on the jersey, and they said that we're going to be leaving if he doesn't go away. So that's money. And remember what I always told you: when money talks, that's when things get done. Yeah. Then challenging someone. Yeah. Pretty much that's what it was. I wouldn't want that kind of wife. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking. Multi, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. LOL, pulling pants down is just locker room humor. But they weren't in the fucking locker room, dude. They were in the locker room. It was an ALS challenge, and what the fuck does pulling someone's pants down have to do with anything? That's just guys being guys. Let me, Brian, list every guy you've ever pulled the pants down of. Let me know.
Oh my gosh, here we go again. But look,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just asking him a question.
but
List all the guys who pants you pulled down in the past.
this is the reason why I said I'm curious to know what was the relationship between the two of them, because it was probably no big deal because did the other guy complain? I don't think he complained.
It's in the report
that he complained.
I don't know if he complained or not, but it's in the report.
If he didn't complain about it and someone just happened to report it, I don't think it's the same thing. And the fact that once again you just dumped the guy in water, I think everybody's just laughing and giggling and having a good time, and he just wanted to do a joke.
I'm going to assume that pulling my pants down is not part of what the ALS challenge was. You get dunked in water, you challenge everyone laughs and all that other stuff, and then you challenge other people to do the same thing. Nothing, no LAS challenge I've ever seen included someone pulling someone's pants down. Never. And like I said before, me and you, we both didn't read the report, but yeah. Well, here's the thing: when it comes to this dude right here, like he got what he deserved. Like he did. He got what he deserved, and I'm not. You want me to feel sorry for him? No, he got what he deserved.
I think regardless of what punishment he got, you would have said he got what he deserved, regardless of what the punishment is. It could be worse. You would have said the exact same thing.
I don't have no patience for abusive bosses. I don't have any. I don't have no sympathy for douchebags. And based on the story that I've read, based on the story that I've heard, this dude's a douchebag. So why should I feel sorry for him?
I mean, I'm not saying feel sorry for him. All I'm saying is that I think the punishment was already harsh to begin with. You're telling a guy not to come into his own stadium, and then now you have PayPal, which is a crappy company anyway, stealing people's money. It's a crappy company anyway.
All right, listen, the company being crappy is irrelevant to the story.
I just wanted to talk crap about the company. That's all I wanted to do. I know that. I just wanted to talk trash about them. But anyway, they are a crappy company anyway. But yet they do that, and now that puts pressure on him, to sell the team because he's part of the team. I just don't like this I don't know if I should call it collusion, but I just don't like it when these companies are saying, you know what, we're no longer going to support you unless you leave. I just don't like it. I don't like it. He made a mistake. He was wrong for doing it. He was stupid for doing it. And I'm not going to count the pulling pants down is the same because he didn't get fined for it. He didn't get suspended for it. I mean, so what's the big deal?
Who's going to suspend him?
I mean, what's his name? Adam Silver could do it.
No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. There's not. What could he have done? It was done outside of technically done outside the workplace. And if that guy had complained, and let's say if he complained, and nothing happens, you think that he's gonna go back to work? No, he's probably gonna get fired. You have to understand. There's a hierarchy here. The reason why the reason no. I know you're gonna say Adam Silver. Adam Silver works for the owners, not the other way around. Adam Silver works for the owners. Every commissioner in sports, they work for the owners. They do what the owners say.
No, what I was gonna say, there's pretty much a hierarchy, all over the workplace in any business or corporation.
Wait, what happened?
No, that's what I was going to say. But no, but go ahead.
All right, but all right. Let me read this from your friend here. I was just saying, it's just dumbasses being dumbasses.
That's
right.
true. That's true. They were just joking around, playing around. So I don't think him doing that is really that much of a big of a deal, especially if the other guy never complained about it or report him. If he didn't do that, then there's no big deal.
I think you guys are excusing stupid behavior.
It's no big deal. Like the guy didn't say anything.
You guys are excusing stupid behavior. I don't like cancel culture at all. Your life shouldn't be destroyed because you don't follow some liberal policy or feeling. What's liberal about the policy? Treating people with respect. That's liberal, right? Not saying the fucking N-word. That's liberal. Like what? No, Steve. Go ahead. Tell me. What am I saying that's wrong?
No,
It's just wrong.
No. It's just that I knew you were gonna start cursing again. I knew you.
No. I'm not.
Oh yeah, you are. You are using foul language. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm just asking, what is cancel culture? What's cancel culture when it comes to Robert Sarver? All right, so he gets to sell. He has to sell the team. He has to sell the team. Oh well. He's gonna make multi-billion dollars off of it. Like, come on. Like, over some you said, oh, I'm just talking in general. Well, I mean, I'm talking in general too. So what's liberal about treating people with respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, if one thing, if it was an isolated, if it was a one-time thing, I would agree with you guys. I would 100% agree with you guys if it was a one-time thing. The investigation was about 17 years of this type of behavior. 17 years. This is not. You keep saying that. Oh, it's a one-time thing. No, it's 17 years of this.
Even if that is the case, that doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, you should completely lose the team that you put your money in, the team that you own, the team that you helped constructed. That I don't support of, oh, just because he said some words, oh, it hurt people's feelings, oh, you should lose the team because of it.
It happened to Donald Sterling. It happened to Donald Sterling.
Dude, man. But everybody agreed. Well, at least from what I've heard, that what Donald Sterling did was a lot worse.
Is it worse?
What Donald Sterling did was far worse.
I'm gonna tell you a story that I heard. I don't know. I think either Blake Griffin said this or it was a story that was passing around when it comes to Donald Sterling. Right? Donald Sterling one time brought a whole bunch of people that he knew into the Clippers locker room. Now, mind you, they were showering at the time, right? He brought them into the locker room, saying, "Oh, look at all these beautiful black players and all the other stupid shit that he was saying." You think that's a fire? Do you think that's because he owned the team? You think that he has the right to do whatever he wants if he owned the team?
No. Well, nobody's saying that. No, of course not.
Okay, but if you have someone who owns the team, but yet they're acting like dumbasses, then they can't own the team anymore.
Well,
you're saying that he doesn't own the team.
He partially owned them.
Yeah, but that's the NBA's property. If the NBA in their group don't want him in there no more, then they can just kick him out. Just like they did with Donald Sterling. And Donald Sterling, I don't remember if I don't think he's the first owner of the Clippers. I don't remember. But he owned the Clippers team for years. Longer than Sarver did. A lot longer than Sarver did. Like Phoenix were successful before Sarver got there. The Clippers were a joke before Donald Sterling got there, and they were a joke for a long time while he owned the team. But even still, his behavior ultimately is the reason why he got kicked out of the league. And the same thing happened with Sarver.
Yeah, but like what Aladdin said, when you went all crazy, all he's saying is he just doesn't like cancel culture. He doesn't like the fact that now he has to get rid of his
Okay,
team, being silent, getting banned.
but
All of
here's the thing. But here's the thing. What conversation are we talking about right now? We're talking about Robert Sarver, right? And this is the same guy who last week was trying to defend Robert Sarver. So why can't I make the conclusion that he's trying to defend him now? No, like we can all agree that cancel culture under the wrong circumstances is harmful to people. Because he's right. I know he mentioned in one of these things that people make mistakes. No shit, people make mistakes. But this is 17 years of constantly doing the same shit over and over again. It's not a mistake. It's who he is. If a girl cheats on you, you can excuse it as one-time mistake. But if she does it over and over again, then it's a pattern of behavior. And she can say sorry all she wants. The fact is that if she still keeps cheating on you, then what are you supposed to do? Just take it? Just accept it?
But didn't that clip that you shared, the one with Skip Bayless, was happening for 17 years? I thought you were showing that just for
the investigation chronicles 17 years. Pretty much how long he's owned the team, of him saying stupid shit and saying stupid shit, doing stupid shit, and having a workplace environment that was toxic.
But like I said when we talked about this before, though, it was not everything was a race issue, right?
No, it was him saying stupid shit, saying the N-word, mistreating women, and mistreating employees in general. Like it's a pattern of behavior. It's not just a one-time thing or a two-time thing. It's a pattern of behavior. That's what it is, and that's why he got investigated, and that's why he ultimately, got the team, gonna sell the team, while making probably billions of dollars.
Yeah, he probably might make billions of dollars once he is forced to sell the team. But that's the key word, though, forced.
Yeah. So and Sterling, same thing. He was forced to sell the team too, and made a fortune out of it. I mean,
Malta said it's ridiculous. I'm not sure what's ridiculous, but he said it's ridiculous.
Yeah. He said he was speaking in general. As I said before, no one, black or white, should say that word. All right, that's fine, but he said it. So, he said it.
No. He what he means by it's hypocritical, because nobody should be saying it, and that's why I said that's why I don't use that word.
That's fine.
If we all know, if everybody, whether if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever you are, if everybody knows the meaning of that word, the history of it, and its origin and all the other stuff, but yet you still want to use it anyway. I think that's not good for any culture, because we know what that word means in general.
That's fine, but he said it. All right, Malta said every time Steve is starting to make a point, Hoover raises his voice and starts cursing. That's not entirely true, but
that's true.
Hold on.
That's true. You start cursing, and then you were.
I curse when I get upset.
And instead of humbling yourself, like I did earlier, by giving you credit that you were right and I was wrong, instead of you doing the exact same thing, you revert to cursing.
No, I'll do the same thing. But tell me who what am I wrong about when it comes to Robert Sarver?
No. I'm just saying. I'm talking about in general.
In general, if I say something that's incorrect, I'll gladly apologize.
You?
Yeah.
That's not true, dude. That's
true. But the problem is that our disagreements are either stuff that you're either wrong about and are stubborn to, or it's like we come to an understanding that we're not going to agree with each other.
All right.
So Brian said, in 17 years, how many foolish things have people done? How many has foolish or potentially harmful things that they've said or done in 17 years? It shouldn't cost anyone $2 billion. He's going to make $2 billion because of it.
I agree with that.
He's going to make $2 billion because of it.
I agree with that, though. I concur with him fully. You me and everybody on this chat, I'm sure in 17 years has done something that was wrong, has said something that was wrong, has done something inappropriate, has done something that shouldn't be accepted in society. All of us has been guilty of that because we're not perfect. But he should get rid of his team because in 17 years of oh because he hurt somebody's feelings, or because maybe perhaps there was some misconduct. Oh, he should lose the team over it. I don't know. No, I don't buy it.
Look, if your past comes back to bite you in the ass, what am I supposed to do about it? If your past comes back to bite you in the ass, and all this, and mind you, this investigation was 43 pages, and had over 70 people corroborate the stories. No, bro, you're asking for it, and he finally got caught. Some people can be like a douchebag for years and not get caught.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught. Malta said that Donald Sterling was racist. Sarver was reckless. When you say that we need niggas to coach these niggas, that you, to me, you're a racist. To me, you're racist.
That's
When,
that. Go ahead. Say it again.
when we need niggas because we need a nigga to coach these niggas, then that to me, you're racist. He doesn't need to say the and he doesn't need to be derogatory toward black people. He doesn't have to say the N word over and over. When you say something like that, to me, that's racist. To me, that's racist. And Malta said that's two different things, dude. Come on, what's two different things?
That's two different things he's saying.
Yeah, what's two different things?
I think you skipped a couple stuff.
Did he say it with the ER? I don't know if he said it with the ER, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. When the comment that he made, that's in the report, that's racist. Doesn't matter if you're using the A or ER. When you think that the only way that you can get these black players to respond is with a black coach, to me, that's racist. That's racist, as far as I'm concerned. Ryan Meadows in the chat was good, bro. The first time is a mistake. The second time is intentional. The third time verifies that the first time was intentional. I actually do agree with that.
You laugh and then you agree. I mean, okay. I mean, the first time is a mistake. Second time is intentional. The third time verifies that the first time was intentional. I mean, if you say so, but
Ryan also said that's why I tell you, Steve, watch what you say. Your past will always come back to bite back for your ass. And
well, but that applies to everybody. Everybody has
absolutely
has said things that was probably wrong or inappropriate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you should lose your business over it. That doesn't mean you should it should compromise your way of life just because of it. No, absolutely not.
If he has shown that he has changed over this time, if he had went out there and apologized to the people he affected, then he probably would not. He wouldn't be in. He wouldn't have this problem. He wouldn't have these problems.
Those 43, 44, whatever pages you was talking about those 70 people talking about it and all the other stuff. Have any of them filed reports on him before?
I don't know. Without reading it, I don't know. I don't know without reading it. I don't know. But you have to also understand the power dynamic here. If they're going to complain about him, and they risk losing their job, And I mean, we're going to talk about this in the next topic anyway. You know what I mean? But you have to understand, like the reason why some people. The reason why I always tell you that people in bosses and managers and stuff like that have to be held to a higher standard, because it's so easy for them to abuse their power. And when they do, they have to be punished severely and harshly. But a lot of times they don't, because either they're asset to the company, or the company just don't want to deal with all the BS. That's why you have a bunch of NDAs that get signed. That's why they pay people to be quiet. It's so many there, dude. I'm telling you, there are so many situations where this type of stuff happens.
But yet they still take the money anyway. They take the money, right? If you
Yeah,
take the money, then I don't want to hear anything. If you decide to take the devil's money, then I don't want to hear any complaints. I don't want to hear any reporting. I don't want to hear any crying. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear anything from you because you took
on,
the money.
all right. On another note, why is it so hard to believe someone can be racist? You know what it is? It's because I think a lot of people just don't like they feel like they need to hear it for themselves that this person's racist. When most racists are not going to be out front about it. Just like a bad person not going to be upfront that they're a bad person. That there are certain things that they do where you or things that they do to other people where you see it and you're like, okay, this person not a good dude. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm racist. No, they'll do it. They'll exhibit those awful traits in other ways. But
I
that's
mean,
why.
there's other ways they could put that, on display, because if that's the person's character, if that's the way it is in their heart, it's going to be displayed one way or another. I mean, it is like, even, it says it even in the Bible. Whatever that's in your heart, eventually you're going to speak it,
But
because that's the way you are inside.
But here's the thing, though. I asked you a question, right? A long time ago, I asked you a question. If Hulk Hogan was racist, I think you originally said no. And then once I gave you the proof that because again, a lot of Hulk Hogan defenders will be like, oh well, he did a segment. Oh, he was friends with Mr. T. Oh, he did a segment with Snoop Dogg, right? Like, oh, I have a black friend defense that a lot of racists do, right? If you are against your daughter dating a black man, and then you use all the stereotypes of a black man as the reason why, you're racist.
No, come on, man. You can. No, I don't buy that. No, I don't agree with that at all. Because there's a lot of people that will say, well, I don't want you, to date anybody, outside of my race. That doesn't make them a racist person. I told you, I told you the
What's the reason
exact.
why?
I've told you the exact same thing about how people's parents, include my own mom. She would prefer if I would date other Haitians.
Okay.
That doesn't mean she hates white people. That doesn't mean she hates Hispanic people or Asian people. But because, we have the same culture, we speak the same language, all the other stuff, she would much prefer for me to date a Haitian woman.
But
She will always pick a Haitian woman over a white girl or Hispanic girl any day of the week. That doesn't make a person racist. So if Hulk Hogan wants his daughter to date, a white guy, that doesn't, declare him being a racist person. They just want to keep the same culture, like, within the family. I'm okay with that.
So okay, and obviously you've dated outside your race.
I dated plenty of people outside. I dated plenty of people outside my race.
Okay, if you're marrying a white girl tomorrow, would she be okay with that, or she would get over it?
Yeah, she'll be fine with it. She'll get over it. Yeah.
Okay,
but she would still prefer. But she made it clear she would really like it if I dated a Haitian woman, not a black woman, not a Jamaican woman, no.
Haitian
woman.
First of all, you're talking about nationality as opposed to race. He was talking about all black dudes and using stereotypes as the reason why. You're talking about nationality. I'm talking about race.
Yeah, but that's still goes hand in hand though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because
it doesn't.
Because again, even if she is black, she would still prefer her to be a Haitian.
Okay, so if she was white and Haitian, should we have a problem with that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I should ask.
All right. So does it matter okay? So then what does it matter? Is it because she's black Haitian or white Haitian? As long as she's Haitian, right?
I guess, yeah.
But in the case with Hogan, that's not what he was complaining about. No. You think he gives a shit if his daughter was dating an Irishman or an Englishman or someone from Sweden or fuck even a white guy from Japan or whatever.
Oh, but that's why. But that's why I said that. That's why I said if a Hispanic, if a mom is Hispanic and she wants her son or daughter to date, only Hispanic people. That is, I don't think that makes her a racist parent.
All right, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that. But all right, let me read some more comments. All right. Okay. So from Brian, it's not hard. It's just they consider stuff that isn't racist nowadays. If I say Steve is black, that's not racist. If he says I'm white, that's not racist either. It's just true. I don't understand where I don't understand the relevance to if you just say someone is black, there's nothing wrong with that. When you use the N word to say, oh, so and so these N words need another N word to coach them. That's what he said. There's no justifying that either. That's racist. If he had said something to where, oh, I feel like a black coach would relate more to them, whatever. I wouldn't be okay with that either. But at least he's not going to be called racist over it. He's not going to be called racist over it. But he chose to use the N word, the derogatory term, in that fashion. To me, that's racist. As far as I'm concerned, that's racist. All right. So he also said, it's only when you say derogatory things based solely on race does it become racist, and that's what. And as far as I'm concerned, that's what Sarver did. That's what he did. But there's more ways to prove that you're racist. Asian parents tend to want their kids to be with the same race partner. Indian parents want the same.
Exactly, and that doesn't make them. And that does not make them racist people.
We're not talking about nationality. We're not talking about if it's come nationality and race. Understood to an extent. I understand that to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, I understand that to an extent because at the end of the day, they're not going. If they disown their kid for going outside their race, then they're not good parents, as far as I'm concerned. They're not good parents.
Well, nobody's saying anything about disowning them, but we're talking about if it makes it a race a race issue, and it's not.
But the thing with Hogan, it was a race. It was a race thing. It was race. It's race because you could be white and be all sorts of types of nationalities. But yeah, he's not going to give a shit because he's white. It's fine. He don't have all the negative stereotypes that a black person does. Like as far as bro, that is racist, bro. I'm telling you, it's racist. The way he said it was racist. Brian continues. There was a clip recently of young black women saying she wanted to preserve her black race, didn't want to dilute her blood. She was held up as a hero. But if a white person said that,
exactly.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, like she's just as racist as if a white person.
Wait. So now she's being racist too?
Yeah. Yeah, because if a white person said it, I would call her racist. Like you're like look. It's up to the parent to preserve the nationality or whatever fuck what she said. Like wanted to preserve her black race, didn't want to dilute her blood. I'm like, you're black. What the fuck does it matter what your kids are? It makes no fucking sense. I dated black and white, mixed, Latina, and it doesn't matter much to me. Yeah, it don't matter much to me either.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that because most of all of my friends, they've seen me date a black girl, a white girl, a Hispanic girl, etc., etc., etc. I've dated multiple race. It doesn't matter to me, but to a lot of people, especially old school parents, they would prefer if they're white, they would prefer the kids to date a white person. If they're black or Hispanic or Jamaican, they would probably prefer their kids to date a black or Haitian person. The same thing like Malta said about Asians. If Asian parents want their kids to have a spouse who's also Asian, so that they could keep the same culture and everything like that. I understand that. I don't think it makes them a racist people just because that's what their desire for their kids. I wouldn't call them racist
But
because they
again, you're conflating nationality and race as if they're the same thing. They can be the same thing, but in this case, if I let's say if I have a son and he wants to date a white girl, I'm not going to be upset about it. Why would I be upset about it? I mean, like you said, Haitian blood and all this other stuff. If I wanted to teach my son, whether he was black, all black, or mixed black and white, I'll teach him the heritage of whatever of the Haitian people. I'll teach him that. I don't mind that. Like, and the same thing goes if you have a half Asian kid, half black kid. Like, if they want to learn about their races, then either you can help them or that, or they'll do it on their own. This notion that and again, I heard what he said. It was garbage. What he said was garbage. Like, what can he learn by being white? What can her? Let's say if he had a grandson, what could his grandson learn about being white that he couldn't learn if he was black, if he was half black?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like, come the fuck on, man. Like, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Complete other bullshit. So yeah, so what I said, yeah, Hulk Hogan is a racist. Absolutely, he is. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck how many black friends he has. If you have that mindset about who you think the average black person is, then yeah, you're racist.
Okay,
sorry, it is. All right, well, you have anything else to say about Sarver? Because to me, I'm no, I'm not saying. I'm gonna give you how I feel about him I'm gonna tell you how I feel about him in the chat.
No, why in the chat? Just say it.
No. This no. What I'll say it in the chat. Hold on.
No, just say it. Just say it here. Well, why didn't he open? Where everybody else? Why you want to say it privately now? Just say
No,
it. Just
not
say it.
privately. I'm putting in the chat right here.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just waiting for YouTube to load up.
I think what you're going to say is very offensive or something. But then say it. Then say it. Well, why don't you want to say it? All of a sudden now you're afraid to say something?
In emoji says everything I need to say about him.
Okay, then just say it here. Just say it. Don't be scared to say it now because you're live on the podcast. Just say it now.
I ain't scared.
Okay, exactly. If that's the case, then go ahead and say it. Why do you have to revert to a freaking chat? Just go and say it.
There you go. That's my thoughts on him. Play the violin. Like, I don't give a shit about what this dude had to say about anything. I don't care about Robert Sarver. He don't own my favorite team. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to move on. All
right. Well, I mean, read the last few comments, and we can move on.
All right. So Nolan said, "Oh, Asian is a race just like black." I no, that part. Yeah, I get that. But they're different. But not all black people are the same, and I know not all Asian people are the same too. I get that too. Asian parents want deeper than that. Oh, this is Nolan. They want them from the same country and
Caste.
Probably maybe, but no, but he's not wrong about that too, because like Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Korean. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so why is it okay for them but not everybody else?
No, I mean I'm saying I get it, because like they're not all Asian people are the same, but if their parent disowns a kid because disowned their parent their kids because they date a different race, a different Asian race, like I'm not okay with that either. I'm not okay with that. So like I said, and Malta had the guitar emoji. Hey, dude's always rocking, man. So yeah, I don't feel bad for Robert Sarver, so I don't give a shit. It's a level system. Some people are higher than others in their culture. I know in Japan, there seemed to be like a discrimination against Koreans that live there. There seems to be like a weird discrimination against like Koreans, like South Koreans and stuff like that in Japan. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah. I mean, you have anything else you want to say about this?
No, I'm pretty much done. What I had to say. Do I think he should, lose the team, over this? No. I think for 17 years we all have made our share of mistakes. We all have, said things to hurt someone. We all had hurt somebody's feelings, and we all had done things, that were wrong. And frankly, for me, I don't think he should lose his team over it. But he's obviously going to sell the team. He's probably going to make a couple $1 billion. Good for him, but I still think it's wrong at the end of the day.
All right. All right, moving on to this one's deep. Go ahead. I know you want to talk about this. Go ahead.
Well, this is pretty much about um Ime Udoka, and this. And here's the thing. I'm actually surprised that you want to talk about this because when it comes to topics like this, when it comes to relationships or people players' personal life, or when it comes to money, them losing money or whatnot, you never want to talk about those type of stuff. You never want to. You really don't care about that. So I'm actually surprised that you actually are interested in talking about this. Why?
Oh, because there's a lot of layers to this, and frankly, there's a lot of stuff we don't know either. There's a lot of stuff about this we don't know. But I mean, go ahead. You want to talk about it? Go ahead, talk about it.
Well, this guy, I look. Once again, I'm just very surprised what he did. So pretty much, Ime Udoka. This is he was the Boston's coach, head coach, and he pretty much got into a little. I don't want to sound mean spirited, but bro, you guys, we have to learn when is the appropriate time to engage in sexual, relationships, especially in the workplace, especially in the workplace. But before I continue on, I want you guys to read along, with me what I'm talking about here, because this has been all over Twitter, all over social media. It's just constantly being talked about, and frankly, a lot of people are pissed off about it because they say that because of it, people are now forgetting what Brett Favre did. People are forgetting what about Robert Sarver. So everybody's saying that this is too much of a distraction, but hey, you can't help it. This stuff is too juicy. So here, this is one of the articles. I have another one somewhere, but this is one of the articles of where he was actually caught 2 months ago on Ring camera, duped, laying long all along in the new revelation. What were you gonna say?
Nia.
Of course, when I said Nia. Okay. All right. So, okay, the storm of Ime Udoka cheating scandal is nowhere near its end. With each passing day, new information makes the scandal even muckier. Udoka, who carried the Boston Celtics to 2022 NBA Finals, was found guilty of violating the team code. The reveal of his cheating scandal with a female staffer broke the internet. Um, okay, the NBA community began a vicious cycle of assumptions and rumors. Multiple women employed by the Celtics were dragged through the internet trail. Okay, I want to stop here real quick because this is what I wanted to. Well, are you laughing?
No.
This is what I wanted to address, real quick. Right. Um, you have a situation to where you had multiple women being dragged or being blamed for what happened to Ime Udoka.
Mhm.
This would have never had happened if you came up front and told us who this other person was in the first place. No other woman would have been accused. No other woman would have been shamed. No other women would have had to explain to whether if it's with their significant other, with her husband or whatnot, because people are putting them on social media, taking pictures of them, putting them all over social media, saying, "Oh, it was this girl. Oh, it was that girl." None of that would have happened if you actually had the backbone, Boston, and revealed who this mistress was. None of this would have happened if you just told us the truth from the get go. But no, you wanted to keep
What
everything.
if it was more than one?
Hmm?
What if it was more than one?
Then go ahead and tell who the other person is too. Because now you made a even bigger mess of this because constantly people are blaming other women and that's not right. But none of that would have happened if you had told us who the other woman was. And it's clear that you disagree with me. Why?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. To me, I look. I have a conclusion to this, but I don't want to say it before you finish reading.
Okay. However, the latest repost suggests that Ime was in fact caught 2 months ago. Kevin Frazier of Entertainment Tonight disclosed how the infidelity was unearthed because of a Ring camera, the same doorbell camera Shaquille O'Neal invested $2 billion in. Okay, here's Kevin Frazier tweet. Multiple sources confirmed Celtics female staffer affair with coach Ime Udoka was uncovered by her husband when he overheard a private conversation on a home doorbell camera. Apparently she was on her way home, and it seemed like she was talking to Ime Udoka.
Mm-hmm.
And as she was approaching her doorstep, the Ring camera was recording her conversation. And usually, what happens is whenever the Ring always detects somebody, approaching, the house,
Mm-hmm.
they automatically, you can set it up to where they automatically start recording you by default.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how this whole situation um got in public, if you will. Uh,
Well,
Go ahead.
no, that's when probably the mistress got caught by her
Yeah,
husband.
yeah,
The
but
investigation started because I I don't know if this is the same staffer or not, but she said that he made some unwanted remarks to her, and that's when the investigation started.
wait, because of the remarks or because they got caught?
Because of the remarks.
So it had nothing to do that he got caught. Nothing to do with that.
No, what happened was that she said he said something to her that she didn't like, and and I apparently what he said what they said constituted an investigation, and in that investigation they found out that those two were an item, which is against the league the not league but the team code of conduct.
Hmm.
So yeah, can continue reading before I give you my opinion.
Yeah, safe to say the investigation began much sooner than previously believed. Emil Ducker was certainly aware of what was coming, but chose to keep his fiance in the dark. And here's the thing. This is before I continue on. This is what I have always said over the years. Listen, if you're not going to be faithful, don't get married. Don't get married. And apparently, he's obviously not married. He's engaged.
No, yeah, they're not married,
Yeah, they're not married. He's just engaged.
but
But
they have a
even
son.
with even that's the problem. You live with this woman, and look, she may not be a babe like she was when she was younger, but she still looks good. She still looks good, and you had the ability to say no and all this other stuff. You were obviously planning on marrying this woman. I mean, you had a kid by her. The two of you live in the same household, but yet you decided to commit infidelity. And I'm just like why? Like you made this whole plan with this woman trying to have a future with her, and yet you decided to cheat on her. And, I just, dude, I really just don't get these dudes, bro. Like, and man, you know what? I'm gonna continue reading before I say my piece.
Mhm.
Yet he made plans with Nia Long to move to Boston, and in fact, brought her along. Fraser in a tweet wrote, according to a place source, even after the affair was discovered by the Celtics, the female staffer continued to work with Nia Long. Like, you gotta be very bold. Let me read this again. According to a well-placed source, even after the affair was discovered by the Celtics, the female staffer continued to work with Nia Long anyway on her move to Boston. Nia did not learn about the affair until the disciplinary action by the franchise was made public. That's embarrassing. That that's embarrassing. The extent of Ime Udoka lies can be understood from this. The woman he cheated on Nia with continued to plan a move that would eventually lead to today. I don't know if any of this is necessary. Let me see. As per TMZ, the couple had moved to Boston only 2 weeks ago. They were in the process of looking for houses. It is highly likely that Udoka knew about the oncoming public statement, yet he chose to continue with his deceiving. Bro, dude. Oh my gosh. Udoka was as repercussion suspended for the entirety of the 2023 season. In their statement, the Boston Celtics clearly stated the possibility of a permanent separation with the coach. So, okay, do you have something to say? Because I still got more stuff to say.
Okay. He is likely going to lose his job. And here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know about. Because I refuse to believe that infidelity is the reason why he got suspended a year.
No, it's because it was with the vice president's wife. That's why.
Oh, you heard that story? I heard that too. And if that's the case, then I'm firing him. I'm firing him off rip for being stupid.
Okay.
I'm firing him for being stupid. You have all these women to cheat on with, and you choose the vice president's daughter. If it's true, you choose the vice president's daughter to cheat. The dude, he's not the top dude that gives you your checks, but he's the dude next to the dude who pays your checks.
Yeah,
that's dumb. I would fire you for in that case for just being dumb. With that said, there is more to the story. I don't know when it's gonna come out. I don't know because I remember the media coverage on this has been all over the place, right? Matt Barnes, he supported Ime Udoka in the beginning.
Oh, you know what? I think I have it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
He supported him in the beginning.
Video crap. I think I deleted by accident. All right, let me go on Twitter. Go ahead.
And then when he found out more, then he's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't defend him.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do this one first.
Chopping it up on ESPN with you guys about this, but I'm off until next.
Were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chopping it up on ESPN with you guys about this, but I'm off until next week. But I definitely want to touch on this Ime Udoka situation. Just saw a year suspension was just handed down by the team for an inappropriate, consensual sexual situation with a female that worked in the organization. I've been in the league played in the league for a long time. Anyone who played in the league could tell you this is a very common situation. This is not new news for people who've been in the league or even around organizations. I've seen it from owners to executives to coaches to players to trainers to therapists to dancers to PR ladies. Like, this is not uncommon. And to just bring some context to it, the NBA just suspended Sarver for all the shit he did, and he got a year too. So you're trying to tell me what Robert Sarver did? Chopping it up on ESPN with you guys about this, but I'm off.
Right, so it's repeating.
want to touch on this Ime Udoka situation. Just saw the year.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's repeated. Now he took this down.
Mm-hmm.
Now obviously he wasn't able to take it down fast enough because people either downloaded it, retweeted, whatever.
Yeah. But in fairness to him, he didn't have all the information, and what he's saying is 100% correct. Like this type of behavior is not uncommon in that world. Definitely, especially back in the day. I mean, look, you have Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie Buss was working in the front office with the Lakers at the time. Phil Jackson was the head coach. They went out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. But to me, there has to be something more to the story. Because I don't think a year is if it was just him and her having a consensual relationship. Now, mind you, you're saying that it was the vice president's daughter, vice president's wife. Yeah, if I'm him, I'm firing him. Like straight up, I'm firing him.
Yeah.
But if it's just a consensual relationship, then to me, in theory, is not worthy of a 1-year suspension. The problem,
go ahead.
After he says it, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
Okay, I'll play it now.
Yeah, play what he had.
All right, so now everyone, he deletes the initial tweet and then he deletes it and then he says this.
They won't come out and say it, and since I'm a part of the media now, and I try not to be like everyone else, I try to report and talk with facts and honesty. And I clearly have to say last night, without knowing all the facts, I spoke on Ime Udoka's defense. And after finding out the facts after I spoke, I erased what I posted because this situation in Boston is deep. It's messy. It's 100 times uglier than any of us thought. And
I can't help it. I have to pause real quick. When I first saw this, and when he said that this thing was deep and messy, the first thing that caught to my mind was either these two things. Either, now it could be a little extreme, but these were these two things I thought instantly. Either he got somebody else in that organization pregnant, or and I truly hope I'm wrong about this, or there's probably some type of disease, STD, something like that probably got involved. Because when he said deep, I was fine with that. But once he said it was messy, I said, you know what, this can't.
I think you literally meant messy, like in that messy, like like STD messy. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's a huge leap to take.
I mean, the fact that but the fact that he had to, the fact that he deleted his original tweet and said that this stuff is deep and is messy, bro. I don't think that's a stretch. I don't think I'm being far fetched when I say this. I think maybe, bro. I am telling you, especially the fact that we know how these professional athletes are always constantly sleeping around, and we've seen articles that you don't care about talk about in the podcast of guys constantly cheating on their wives and getting divorced and getting half of their money, blah 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 blah. Dude, I think that is a possibility. I honestly believe that is a possibility, and if he has to stress, that's fine. But maybe somebody got pregnant.
It could be,
and I'm pretty sure. I know you probably didn't think of that.
No, I definitely didn't. No, definitely didn't. But it could be. But like, I don't know, man. He's saying that there's definitely more to what we're being told right now.
All right. Let me finish the rest.
That's why I erased what I said. Some things happen that I can't condone. I can't back.
Bro, the player, Matt Barnes, the player. This guy has his fair share of infidelity too.
Mm-hmm.
This guy had a fair share, and he says, "Oh, I cannot condone this." I'm telling you, this is not just normal, people just cheating on their significant other, bro. I think this is very bad, very, 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 very bad. I honestly believe what I said is probably at least close to it. It has to be. 'Cause when you look at his facial expression and how he just felt, man, I had to get rid of that thing because this is like deep, this is messy, this is bad, I cannot condone this. When you have Matt Barton saying that, yo, this is real. This is real. Something is up. Something crazy happened over there. Well, let's finish this up.
And it's not my place to tell you what happened. If it ends up coming out, it ends up coming out. But that was the reason why I erased my post last night, because after I posted it, I got a call from someone who had all the details, and the shit is deep. So, man, praying for everybody involved. Posted it. I got a call from someone who had all the details, and the shit is deep. So, man, praying for everybody involved.
I mean, like having listen to what he's saying. Pray to everybody that's involved. I do. I think this is really serious.
No, obviously serious. He got suspended a year and likely going to lose his job. Obviously serious.
And I saw a lot of blogs picked up what I said, even though it was only on my page for like 2 minutes. So hopefully they pick this up too, for me being wrong and jumping out there without the facts. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. God bless, and I hope everyone.
All right, that's it. All right, go ahead, Havana. Go ahead.
Look, I don't know what happened. I don't know what he did. All I know is that there's more to the story to where it has to be that where it would. There's more to the story than that. There has to be more to the story than that. But the reason why people have these policies in place is to avoid issues like that. That's why they tell you, hey, don't be fucking with other people in the workplace. Because at the end of the day, if you do, then shit like this can happen, and ultimately it makes the organization look bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's why it was ultimately it was a downfall of there was a Minnesota GM. Let me see if I can look for this. There's a Minnesota GM who got fired for the same. He got fired for sleeping around.
This happened at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Not around the same time, but this happened like a year ago.
Okay, this happened recently. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
All right. So as you're looking for it, I'm reading this other article. So Grusbeck, the Celtics president of basketball operations, Brad Stevens, said little about the specifics of the case involved or what policies Udoka violated. The sources previously told ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski, can never say his name right, that Udoka had an intimate relationship with a female member of the franchise staff. Grosbeck said the organization had been made aware of the potential situation in the organization within the past few weeks. It hired the law firm to conduct an investigation, which concluded Wednesday. This investigation, what I've heard, that there were rumors that they hired a private investigator.
Yeah. Every investigation is done by a private investigator.
But they said that he was following them around, taking videos, taking pictures, yada yada yada, all the other stuff. I mean,
but okay. This is what I was talking about. Timberwolves fired Gershon Rosas over dysfunctional front office relationship with team staffer per report. So he got fired over this.
Read it if you don't.
Following Rosa's dismissal, the club promoted EVP of President Operation, blah, blah, blah. That's not important. Today, the Timberwolves parted ways with President of Basketball Operations, Gershon Rosas. Timberwolves owner Glenn Taylor said in a statement, As an organization, we remain committed to building a winning team that our fans and city can be proud of. The move seemed. Wait, hold on. That wasn't part of the statement. Okay. As it turns out, several factors led to Rosas's dismissal, as he reportedly ran a front office in Minnesota that was described as dysfunctional and full of tension. The report adds that there was an ongoing rift between Rosas and Gupta after Rosas blocked a lateral move to the Houston Rockets with increased pay ahead of the draft this summer. Additionally, other rival executives and agents didn't appreciate his negotiation tactics. All right, so that's not important. That's not important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the part where they talk about the affair. Okay. In recent days, the organization discovered that Rosas, who is married, had a consensual, intimate relationship with a member of the organization. The Athletic has learned from multiple sources. It made several people within the organization uncomfortable, sources said. While this was not the reason for Rosas' dismissal, it certainly impacted the timing. Right? So they had other factors to why he got fired, but him in a relationship with,
I mean, you might as well read it. I mean,
that's it. That's all. That's it. Yeah, they're like they're just talking about the other stuff that happened that made them unhappy. But the affair stuff didn't help his cause. Didn't help his cause. And to me, I like my overall opinion on this is that I want to wait till there's more information. But to me, this is why they tell you, hey, you can't be sleeping around in the workplace, because shit like this is gonna happen. And according to what I think Shannon Sharp said this, and he's right about this. He said that if the situation happens to where if you're in a consensual relationship, right, and then it goes sour, then things are gonna go poorly. Things are gonna go wrong. Either if you like in this case, if you say something wrong to her, she's gonna complain. If it gets that, if you give her something, obviously that's going to be a problem. Maybe if you give her an STD, that's going to be a problem. There's so many things that could go wrong in this case, to where if you're going to cheat, like if you're going to cheat on your wife, that's fine. Just don't do it here. Keep that stuff private. And the thing is that I watched what's that dude's name? Stephen A. Smith. His initial reaction to it, right?
I actually have it. Want me to play it?
Yeah, play it.
All right.
All right. So why you get that? Before you play, let me read these two comments. All right. Nolan said that Matt Barnes had to say that he's full of crap. And Ruben, shout out to you, Ruben. How you doing? He didn't get it. He didn't get a call. He got a call from baby mama calling him out on his crap. So.
Oh, that's not good either.
But go ahead. Play this.
Okay. Is it this one? Let me see.
The one with Malika Andrews.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the one that I wanted to play was his first initial reaction, because he was saying that he don't understand why this came out in public.
Oh yeah. I think it's this one. All right. Just correct me if it is, because it's one of these two tabs.
Okay.
And basically told the world, he's ours, but we ain't gonna use it.
And they didn't give parameters of what it would take to reinstate.
They gave no parameters of what it would take for reinstatement. They didn't specify what punishment they gave him beyond suspending him for the year. Is he getting his salary for this upcoming season? Has it been cut in half? I told he's only getting about 50% of it. Has that been cut in half?
Characterized as a significant.
Oh my gosh, Molly, shut up.
Got that going on, and I'm going to say this again. It said in the numerous news reports, it was a consensual relationship that violated organizational policy. So only he is in violation of the company policy. The woman who elected to have a consensual relationship with him is not in violation. he gets to get mentioned and put on Front Street. We don't know who she is.
That's the point I was trying to address in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that you have two adults who agreed to be in a consensual relationship, who agreed, to be intimate, who agreed, especially that they're in the same exact workplace, and yet you decide to punish one of them? How does that make any sense?
I'll tell you how I'll tell you how it makes sense. I'll tell you how it makes sense.
I can't
Now,
wait to hear this.
If let's say let's say she agreed to the consensual relationship, right?
That's what it says. That's what the article said. They both agreed.
Let me say. Come on, relax, Steve, relax. All right. If she decides let's have a consensual relationship, right? And then they break up, it's messy, and obviously, something happened between them at work. She tells the job, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable working with him because blah blah blah." Then boom, who gets in trouble? He does. Because remember, she remember, if she's going after him, that means she's trying to save her own job. She trying because she could look. I'm sure they know the rules. But she probably, I'm not saying this happened, I'm just saying this could happen. And it wouldn't surprise me if this happened. That she probably threw him under the bus over an argument that they had, so that she decided, you know what, I'm going to screw him over, so that if he's trying to fire me, then I'm going to complain to the organization so that they fire him, but yeah, I keep my job.
Even if you are 100% correct, that still doesn't change the fact that it was still a consensual decision day one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Is that what she told them? That's important to know. Is that what she told them?
No, well, she obviously she did, because that's what it says in the articles.
I mean, that could be from Udoka's side that it was consensual. What if she told them? What if she told the ownership that it wasn't consensual?
So she, I think she would fall into a huge rabbit hole, because I'm pretty sure they have text messages, emails, or something of them communicating about it, being, consensual, etc. I don't think she would want to go down that road.
It could. Hey, you could be right. You could be right, but I'm telling you. But to me, because we don't have all the information, then it's hard to kind of like speculate. You know what I mean? Because we don't have all the information.
No, but
but let me say it, and I'll let you speak. In theory, I actually do agree with Stephen A. In theory, I agree with him, but because we don't know everything that went on, then like we don't know what's going on. We just don't know, because here's the thing, and the truth, and it is the truth what I'm about to say. Ime Udoka right now, it may seem down for him, but he'll get another job. He'll get another job. We don't know about the staffer, but he'll be fine. He'll deal with some humiliation, whatever, but he'll get another job. This woman may not get another job.
Well, he's more valuable than she is. So that's unfortunately that's just the way it is. Well, let's finish this up.
Yeah.
What about the other women within the Celtics organization who have been victimized because wrong assumptions have been made by their involvement?
Hey, what did I just say earlier?
You said the same thing. And there definitely is an argument to that. There definitely is an argument to that. Okay. And that's also part of the reason why rape victims don't come out. They don't come out because they don't want to deal with the scrutiny. They don't want to deal with the scrutiny.
Okay.
So knew exactly who it was. That would alleviate the concerns of all the other women who have had their names paraded out into the streets. What about them? You ain't thinking about that. So here we are. We're throwing him out to pasture. And again, Ime Udoka cannot be defended. His actions are his actions. Nobody fights for black coaches more than me. But I am telling you, a firing would have been warranted. Or you keep him.
Pause.
Yet suspend.
How is it that a firing is warranted if we don't know what the hell he did? Like he's the same guy who said that this should have never been public. If something happened to the point where a coach could either get suspended or fired, that's going to come out. So I don't get where he's coming from that angle.
Well, he I think he's going to mention it like in a minute or so, because what he's trying to say is we see this all around in every single organization where there's infidelity and whatnot, but yet all of those have been kept private all this time. Why is this one suddenly now leaking out where we had so many other organizations, whether it's the NFL, football, or any other sports league, able to keep everything hush hush, but not this one?
It could be that bad. It could be bad for Udoka. It could be bad. I don't know, but it could because again, if you're like, and that's why I say, man, don't eat like Brendan said it in the chat straight up. Don't shit where you eat. Pretty much.
Suspend him. By the way, not just suspend him, but for the suspension to be indefinite.
It's almost works like a lame duck status.
That's what you did. You ruined his career for the next few years. He did it. He did his action. But
NBA reporter and host.
This is the part where I got ticked off. But you know what? For the because we already in a long. So let me just play it now before I sing that piece.
NBA Today, our friend Malika Andrews. Malika, do you have us?
I've got you, Molly. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being with us. And obviously, you had this.
Well, Molly, thank you. If I could first start with this, Stephen A. With all due respect, this is not about pointing the finger. Stop. What became apparent to me in this press conference is that we do not have all of the information here, and it was frustrating to me that the Celtics declined to elaborate or to give more specifics about what exactly the rule breaking was that led us to this point. So that I just want to get that out of the way first.
What happened?
Pause. Okay. Now I'm going to assume that you're on Stephen A's side on this, right? Is it safe to assume?
Yes.
Okay. While I agree with what Stephen A is saying, I also can sympathize with what Malika Andrews is saying.
Get the hell out of here, man.
Let me talk. Right? She's saying that because of how vague they were, we have no idea what he did that would warrant the suspension. We don't know what he did because they didn't go into detail. And the thing is that if they had gotten into detail about what happened, then everything would be a lot more open, right? Because again, the way that they're acting, they're treating this woman like she's a victim without saying it. If she was
she is.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like they're acting as if she's a victim of what went on, but they're not saying anything. Now, if everything consensual, then I agree they both should get fired. But if what they're saying, the way that they're acting like she's a victim. And because
Malika Andrews is acting like that, but I don't think Stephen A is.
No. I think what happened was because that's how the Celtics are acting. It's how the Celtics are acting because they're not coming out and saying what happened. They didn't really go into detail about what was investigated or nothing like that. And what she's saying to Stephen A is that we don't have all the facts. Why are you sitting there trying to go after the woman as well? We don't know what happened.
Okay, but what we do know is that they both agreed to be in a relationship. Right. Just for that alone is enough to punish both. Regardless if she became a victim afterwards, you decided to be
Well,
in a relationship with this guy.
that's a problem too. Like they can't be like, what is she a victim of? If she was a victim of getting dumped, then yeah, and then it's not it is what it is. But like, what is she a victim of?
Yeah, but that still doesn't absolve from the decision that she made with
Absolutely,
Udoka.
absolutely. But
So she should.
when you
So if you are going to punish him, punish her. If you're not going to punish him, then don't punish her. If you're going to fire him, fire her too.
But that's the thing. Like we don't know what happened because the Boston Celtics never said anything about consensual or anything like that. At least I don't think they did. I don't think they did. But I guess I understand what she's saying. Even though I do agree with you, and I agree with Stephen A. I do agree. If it was consensual, then they both should be fired. Well, no, honestly, I think he should get fired if he was stupid enough to fuck around with the vice president's wife. That's dumb. But if it was just a normal consensual relationship, then a year suspension just doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, continue.
I think what stood out to me is that Brad Stevens, he was upset. That's what stood out to me about what he termed rampant Twitter BS is the word that he used, that women were unfairly dragged into this within the Celtics organization. You could see that Brad Stevens was visibly upset about this. And I also found that
funny story, right?
And unnecessary.
Stop real quick. It's a funny story, right? This won't take long. I was just laying on the bed, just I had the news conference in the background, right? And Brad Stevens was talking, and then I really wasn't even paying attention until he said bullshit on TV, on live TV. I'm like, whoa, what? I paid attention because like, oh shit, this dude's serious. Like so, yeah. So I paid attention afterwards, but yeah, go ahead.
That folks were bringing in the names and the images of women that is just not a fact. That was purely speculation. And so to me, that is what stood out. But the Celtics as an organization could have done more. And short of doing more ahead of this yesterday, they could have owned that responsibility in this press conference. I understand that there were legal parameters that they had to operate within for everybody involved. And I appreciate the fact that they brought in outside counsel and did a thorough organization. And I think that that is something that was clearly necessary in this situation. But the fact that it was able to go on all day, the fact that we are sitting here debating whether somebody else should have been suspended or not, we are not here, Stephen A., to further blame women. That is not why we are here.
Watch your freaking tone, lady. Watch your tone, lady. This is the thing that always irritated me.
Women talking.
She just got here. Stephen A. Smith has been doing this since you were in diapers, lady. And I you know how I think she's hot, but that's irrelevant here. I think she is. This is another example. This is another example of her trying to play victim of, oh, you know what? No. Let's pretty much what she's saying. What happened to Ime Udoka was fine, but as far as the women, leave them alone. That's what she's basically saying. She's basically saying leave them alone. And this is once again the double standard that people are always constantly talking about. The guy is the one that always gets punished, but yet the women seems to always get to be the victim every single time. And even in this case, playing victim once again. Oh no. Let's wait for all the all the details. We already have the main priority. Both of them decided to be in sexual activity. Both of them decided that. This wasn't raped. This wasn't any type. They didn't say anything about sexual harassment.
They didn't say nothing about nothing.
They said,
and I've heard those rumors too. I've heard those
said,
rumors of rape too.
They said that
Well, not
it
rape,
was. They said that it was consensual. That's what they said. So if we are going to all come into an agreement that it was consensual, then there is absolutely nothing wrong for calling her out and saying, I want names. I want to know why she's not being punished. And I want to know what the consequences are going to be for her. Not just Ime Udoka. I think that is 100% fair game. That is 100% fair. Punish both of them because they're both adults here. She wasn't oblivious to the situation. She's not a child. She's an adult too. And because of that, you punish both. So watch your tone, lady. All right, let's play the rest.
No. I'm gonna talk. And then you can play it.
Very clear.
What happened?
Let me talk. Let me respond before we go there. First of all, you tell her to watch your tone. Like, what are you, Ike Turner? Like, calm down. Calm the hell down. Yeah, she's upset.
You're telling me to calm down.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
She didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing outside the pale. You don't have to agree with her, but she didn't say nothing. She wasn't saying nothing crazy.
Is that why you wanted me to stop the video?
No. And also, I'm saying I understand where she's coming from. Because she's upset with Stephen A because he went to the conclusion that, oh, well, what about her and this and that? And the reasoning behind what Stephen A said, I actually do agree with. I agree that that you have a whole bunch of women who are getting dragged down because the Celtics were vague in the situation. They were too vague. They needed to be more information as to what's going on. Because I'm sorry, okay, if it was just a consensual relationship, there's no need for a suspension. There's no need for it. Something else had to have happened. And like, instead of telling us what happened, you just kind of let us all in the dark on this. And you are right. It was reported originally that it was a consensual relationship.
So
but we don't know. Well, but we don't know if that's the case now. We don't know.
Well, we can't decide, to just speculate and guess this, that. We have to go by what we know now. And what we know now is that they both decided to be in a sexual relationship.
All right, but we don't know what else. We don't know what else. We don't know what else happened in that relationship.
Well, I mean, all the additional stuff
should have been talked about by Boston.
Okay, all the additional stuff, yes, should have been talked about. Whether if it's he got somebody else pregnant or maybe he messed, with 5, 6, 7 women. We don't know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what we do know for a fact is that both of them decided to be in a relationship, and yet they're in the same organization.
All right, well, continue. You can play it.
I don't appreciate where you're going with that. I'm not.
Well, you're laughing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you went off on me. All right, let's continue.
No. Okay, he's the one being accused, so I don't mind him getting upset.
All right.
He's the one getting accused.
Anybody but Ime Udoka. He deserves. The fact of the matter is, I've said he deserved to be fired if they were going to fire him. If you're not going to fire him, then don't fire him. My issue is all of this being publicized. The point that I'm trying to make is just like you're not mentioning. Excuse me. I listened to you. You're the one telling me to stop on my show. It ain't happening.
Right. That for the first time in a long time, I should probably say, Stephen A. finally decided not to be a simp, and he decided to check her. And he's not afraid of doing it.
No, that's fine. But the fact is that she's right. Like, you can't.
She's not.
No, she is, because you can't. How can you sit there and act like, oh, this should not have been publicized? If they're going to suspend him for the year, it has to be. It's gonna find out. They're gonna find out eventually. If he did something that's worth a punishment, it's going to come out. So what's the point of keeping it private?
Okay, that's okay. That's fine. But he's still. Well, okay. You know what? Let's finish.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, I've already said he deserves to be fired, or he deserves to be there and handle it internally and privately. If you're not going to handle it privately, if you're going to publicize it in that fashion, then obviously it provokes everybody wanting to know, okay, well, who are the parties involved? When you have Amina Smith in Boston and other women pointing out the fact that there were women who were wrongly implicated in all of this, it's a disservice to them. I didn't come out with the report about a consensual relationship. I didn't come out with the report ahead of time leaking that they were going to suspend him for the year. They did that. And my point is, considering how pervasive this kind of stuff has existed in professional sports for many years, my whole point is that, excuse me, make sure that you handle it in the same fashion it has always been handled. You could have fired him, and then we could have speculated till the cows come home.
No, I kind of disagree with that right there. I kind of disagree with that. I can't go along with that because if especially when it comes to Boston, I know you don't care about Boston, but if you went to the freaking finals and there was just 2 games of winning the NBA finals, you owe your fans an explanation why they fired the coach.
Absolutely. And that's what Malika Andrews was saying.
No, she wasn't saying anything about that. She was only referring to him blaming the other woman. She wasn't talking about anything else.
Yeah, she said before Stephen A cut her off. You honestly believe that you can just suspend him and keep it private? Like you can't.
Go ahead.
You're not. That's impossible. You're not. You okay? If Ime Udoka is not at media day, right? Which they had media day today. If he's not there, people are not going to ask questions.
Of course, they're going to ask questions. Of course.
Yeah. So like, I don't get the idea of having to keep it private. Like Ruben said here, and I'll read everyone else's comments. Ruben said you can't suppress that news. No, you can't. You can't suppress that news.
All right.
But he's gone. But to keep him there, keep him employed, but in the same breath, suspend him for a year, then also that year is indefinite. That is the issue that I have. Nobody's trying to protect Ime Udoka, and certainly nobody is trying to protect, is to excoriate the women involved or anything like that. I'm talking about how things of this matter are usually handled from an HR perspective, from an organizational perspective. That is not consistent with what we have seen throughout the years. That is the only point that I was trying to make.
No. Now he checked her in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He made his point in the beginning. Now he decided to double down after Malika Andrews' reaction. First, he said he wanted an explanation of why the other person didn't get.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
And now, because of Malika Andrews' response, he decided to double down and say, "Oh, my only issue was
no. He didn't double down. He backpedaled.
Yeah, backpedaled. Yeah, but he backpedaled. He backpedaled and said, "Oh no, my only issue was that it was supposed to be kept on private." No. Come on, Stephen A. You know what you said. You wanted the other chick to also be punished as well as Udoka. But now you decided to say, you know what? My only issue was, they should have kept it private. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. You being a simp all over again.
I'm not trying to attack anybody. And if anybody deserves to be attacked, it's Ime Udoka for putting himself in this position. I've made that very clear. I'm just talking about you got owners and everybody else. They know the kind of stuff that's going on. You didn't say anything about anybody else. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. They didn't say anything about everybody else all the other times this stuff has happened. But now when it comes to him, it's all over the place. That is my issue. That is my only issue.
Nah, you're lying. You're lying. You are lying. I don't want to go back because we're on so much time here. But you're lying. We know exactly what you said. Yes, your complaint was about keeping it private. Yes, but you also said you wanted repercussions. You wanted the other woman, whoever she is, to also face repercussion. This was not only your the issue that you had. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. We have men that wants to be simps, that wants to cater to the women's needs, all this other stuff without actually telling the actual truth. But in any case, well, here's where I don't understand what you're saying. You agree with Malika Andrews about, oh, we need more details,
Yeah.
all the other additional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What you're basically saying is the other details that you want pretty much negates or override Udoka's other half. Pretty much did. You basically absolving her from guilt because of the additional information that you require. That's
No,
not that's yeah,
no,
yes, that's exactly what you're
no,
saying.
that's absolutely not what I said.
That's what you're saying.
That's absolutely not what I said.
Because if that's not what you're saying, then you should be okay with the other woman being suspended right now.
Again, we don't know what else happened.
You can't be on the fence on this.
No. There is no defense.
No, I said you can't be on the fence.
No, I have to be on the fence. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna be on the fence. I have to be, because I don't know what the fuck happened.
You know what happened? Both of them decided. Both of them decided to be in a relationship. Both of them decided to be in a relationship. That's what you know what happened.
No, Steve. Here's the thing: if they were just in a consensual relationship, then I don't think he gets a year suspension. I don't think he gets a year suspension. Something else happened. There's clearly something else happened. There is something else going on that they're not telling us. And what Malika Andrews is saying, and what I'm saying, is that the Boston Celtics need to come out and say what the fuck happened. Now, if they can't do it because of legal reasons, okay, that's fine. That's fine. But like, at the end of the day, we don't know what happened. Now, if it turns out that they are in a consensual relationship, which was originally reported, all right, then they both should get the same punishment, obviously. But like I said, but like Malika and what I said, we don't know what happened. So like, until we find out what happened, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be like, he should get fired? Like, no, not personally. I don't think he should get fired unless something else happened.
Okay, if you want, if what you want is additional information, then he shouldn't be suspended either.
Yeah, I don't think he should be suspended for a year. If it was
no, he shouldn't be suspended at all.
Wait. If we broke team,
they both did.
Okay, if they violate team rules, then they're going to get suspended. They're going to get in trouble. They're both of them.
No, one is already in trouble. One is already in trouble. So get that out the way. The one is already in trouble.
Yeah. But
one is already in trouble.
Okay, we don't know about the other one.
Yeah, we do know. No, see how you're going back and forth? You're doing the same thing what Stephen A is doing. You're going back and forth.
No,
we know.
No, okay. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I know, because what you're doing, you're constantly backtracking.
What am I backtracking on?
We know for a fact that it was a consensual relationship between the two. That's what we know. That's what. Okay, so now you getting all upset with Aladdin about old reports. Now all of a sudden you don't care about this report.
No. Because here's the thing, Steve. Like, again, I don't know what the guidelines are for the Celtics. I don't know what the guidelines are. All I'm saying is that if there to me, there has to be something more to it, because I don't think that a punishment. I don't think something like this is punishable by a year. I don't think so, unless I read what their guidelines are, and I haven't read it. But based on the surface, it's not worthy of a year-long suspension. At least to me, it's not. To me, it's not. A fine, maybe. And if they're both involved in it, then they both should get suspended, or whatever crime that they have. They should suffer that crime together.
That's all I've been trying to say from the beginning.
But
that's all.
To me, there. But what I'm also saying is that there definitely has to be more to it than that. There has to be. There has to be something more to it than that.
Yeah, they may, perhaps he was involved, with other women besides her, and maybe he got, maybe somebody else pregnant, and it's probably really bad. Maybe it's 4 or 5 women that he probably got involved with in the same organization.
And that's not good.
Yeah, but even with that, she should still be punished for it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that if it was consensual. Now, like I said before, if something happened between them, and all right, but think about it like this. Think about it like this. How would you feel if you had a boss, well, let's say female or whatever, right? Who comes on to you? Because this actually happened to me. This actually happened to me at my job, right? She comes on to you, and you decide, you know what, I'm not interested. And then and then after that, she starts acting funny. Now, this did not happen to me. This part didn't happen to me. But this say she started acting funny towards you, right? You deny her advances, and then you act like, and you feel like she's treating you like not good, right? Like she'll take a day from you or whatever, right? You're not going to complain to HR about that.
Well, I mean, if that happened to you, then yeah, you should definitely complain. Something similar happened to me too, but luckily for me, we were in completely different, departments, so she had no control over like my schedule or anything like that.
Yeah, and what happened to me wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing like, oh my god, this is like, oh, I gotta tell the news or whatever. No, but like to me, the reason why they don't want people being the reason why they don't want management dating employees is because you have all these messy stuff that can happen. If you're going to date somebody in the same workplace and something happens, then yeah, you're just putting yourself in danger. Even if Udoka was innocent in all this, like he still put himself in danger. That's why they tell you, hey, don't fuck around with people at your job. You can't. Like if you guys are on the same level, then I think they'll let it slide. But if you're in a position of power and you have the ability to abuse that power in a relationship, for whatever reason, then yeah, they're not going to look fondly on that. So like I said before, man, like I feel like we need more information. That's it. We just need more information.
Well, my thing is, like I said, if you're going to engage in a relationship and it's against the rules and it's against company policy, both of you, should get suspended, and I believe both of them should have gotten suspended day one. And he got more to lose than she does, obviously. I mean, the guy's freaking coach, and this is the thing that I also need to say this, right? I mean, the guy, I think he was drafted like back in 2002 or something like that. Back when we were in high school, 2002. He didn't really do much in the NBA because I believe he was in the G League, I believe. And then he got cut. He went to Europe. Then he came back to the NBA, and then I think he played for the Trailblazers, I think, and then he got cut. He got cut with them. He got waived. I mean, right. Then he went to another team.
See, we don't need his life story. You get to your point.
No. I have to say this. You're talking about a guy who went through all of that. Then he decided to become assistant head coach. I forgot who he was. I think he was. Yeah, but there was another team. He was. Oh, I think wasn't he in Philadelphia?
I don't remember.
I should probably look it up. But I could have sworn he was also with Philadelphia. But here's the thing, right? You do all of that. You've been in the NBA for 20 whole years. And now you became an official head coach. After all the hard work that you put in, after all the times you had to commute, after all the times you've been waived, went overseas, come back, you became a coach, nearly won a championship, and now you got suspended, compromised your whole entire career after all the hard work that you put in for vagina? Listen, man. It's what I have been saying for years, for years on end. There is no vagina is worth losing money over, losing your career over. It's not worth it. You need to put your lust in check, and believe you me, I've learned my lesson. I've I've learned my lesson. I always like to date this girl, that girl, this girl, and that girl. But man, let me tell you, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. But he had a lot to lose. We're talking about a guy who pretty much, I don't want to say he became overly famous, but people know who he is. And he's making millions and millions and pound millions of dollars. But now he's suspended and he's on the verge of getting fired and probably on the verge of never getting a job again. All because of some vagina. It's not
Well,
worth
it depends. Well, here's the thing. It depends on what he. It depends on what he does, what he did. If what else comes out, if everything is just he just had a consensual relationship, and that's it, then he's gonna work again. He's gonna work again. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I just feel like we just need more information. That's it. We just need more information. And if he's innocent, then he'll coach again. If not, then you're right, he is fucked. But even then, even with all that, like we just need more information. So that's pretty much it for the podcast. Let me
read the last few and then let's get out of here.
Yeah, Brendan says, I think Steve H and me all agree here. Bad move on that dude's part, messing with VP's wife. Yeah, if what you're saying, because I read that too, and if that's the truth, if that's the case, I would have just fired him. This for being stupid. Tread told Ada May to watch your tone.
No, yeah, bro. Like she freaking, went off on this dude. Like you just got into the freaking media. Like watch your freaking tone, man. Watch your tone. Like you don't know, you haven't been here that long, for you to talk to him like that on his show. Like give me a break. And once again, it's these women, not all women, not all, but a lot of them, several of them, always want to play victim and always want to say, no, let's not blame women. Clearly, she's also at fault here, whoever this woman is.
Okay. Ruben said, I regretted skeeting where I eat before. Okay, all right. I think it's more, the more rank you have, the brighter the spotlight. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right up the fines. So
I think you skipped. He said let's find both. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, let's find both. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's right. Yeah, you cannot you cannot suppress that news. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Once that news is out, people know about it. Because you have to think. You have to think about it like this. You have all these players. You have these people in the organization. You have hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands of people working in one organization. They have friends. They have families. They have people, outside, the workplace that may know, what's going on. Something is going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
Something is going to come out. And I think what Udoka did, was wrong. He was definitely wrong for doing it, because if it's company policy that you should not engage in any type of sexual activity with your coworkers or with your colleagues, whatever, then don't do it. You trust me. If you want to commit infidelity, you have options outside of the workplace. You have options. You have money. People know who you are. You have options. But yet you decided to do it within the organization, and now you pretty much compromised your whole entire career. Like, come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. You're 40, I think he's like 45, 46 years old. You should be more mature enough to know that, hey, these players are looking up to me. The fans are counting on me. The organization is counting on me. I got to do the right thing. If you want to cheat, fine, go ahead and cheat. Just don't do it in the workplace. That's all. That's all. But yet, now you're suspended, and who knows if you're coming back.
All right, well, on that note, let's get out of here. We do the roll call. Ruben, Brendan, Malta, Let me see. Nolan, Ryan. Let's
I'm gonna
see.
make sure you don't forget anybody like you always do.
Mm-hmm. No, I got everybody. Thank you guys for watching.
You got my brother?
Oh, McKinley too.
Yeah. See, you do this all the time, right?
No, you already posted one. F was in the chat too. Thank you for watching. All you guys, thank you guys for watching.
Was Nintendo Gamer on here? No, he was.
Yeah, Nintendo Gamer too. Yeah, but I didn't see his Yeah, I didn't see his thing. Yeah, but Nintendo Gamer, thank you for watching too. Thank you all for watching. Another long podcast, but it is what it is. Oh, Joe, thank you, Joe, for watching.
Yeah, you forgot Joe. Yeah, no, I forgot Joe too. Yeah, I'm trying to look, but yeah, I forgot Joe too. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. Wait, are you finished? What you had to say?
No, I got it. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, thank you all. Once again, for watching. Much appreciated. Please, if you could do us a favor, like, and also share it, whether if it's on Twitter or Facebook or IG, wherever it is, so that other people could watch our content. So we could continue to grow and have you all continue to grow with us. We will be here definitely next week, but let me tell you something. If more bigger news come out this week, we have to talk about it.
Of course.
We have to talk about it. But once again, I appreciate you all. I really do. Another good podcast, even though it was long. This is the Traditionalist 101 signing out. Have a good one.
Ruby 186. I'm out. See you guys later.